polka is huge in Buffalo. A lot of like Buffalo weddings, they do a polka dance, and is the wildest shit you'll ever see. Just 90-year-old ladies drunk as shit on vodka, jumping around and dancing on the line. Hey, this is Mike Jacobs from On The Cinder, and you're listening to the Chronicles of Podcast.
Hello world, Wednesday 13 here.
Hey, this is Tom Stain.
Hello everybody, I'm Ronnie Ledrew.
Yes, my friends, my name's John Mahon.
What's going on, everybody? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this week we are back with a brand new interview. This week we bring you the bass player of an incredible punk rock band who is here today to talk all about their upcoming UK tour this July. So put on your bravest new face, put your boredom into stasis as we help you coping with that boredom and bring you this week's guest. That was bad. I owe you a hollow apology for that one. Everyone put your hands together as we bring you Mike Jacobs for the Chronicles of On The Cinder.
Oh my God. Thank you guys for having me. I will definitely be sharing this episode for like all 5 people that will get every reference he just dropped. Thank you.
Yes, that's five people, 10 ears. It counts. It's fine.
Mike, before we even got started, you mentioned that you're a big Newcastle United fan. I'm intrigued massively as to how you discovered Newcastle United. And obviously you're going to be playing there in July, but still, like, why Newcastle?
Well, I'm just a sucker for the Saudis, I'm just kidding. Basically, yeah,
Great start.
Been following the team for like 4 seasons, and when I was just looking for different things to occupy my time when I was getting sober, I quit drinking in like 2021 ish, and football was a great way to like still get together with my friends and drink like 0 beers and have something to like channel my frustration and energy and things I love into. And I just kind of fell in love with all the players. I know there's a lot of drama around the ownership and just I was a little bit later than all of the drama that really happened. I just fell in love with the players. I love the jersey. I love the fan base. I even went down to an exhibition when they came and played Aston Villa in 2 summers ago in Philly. And yeah, I've been adamant about I watch every game, or I at least check the score, and I see what snippets of it I can. Always watch the highlights. Yeah, I know they're a very controversial team, but I have some distance from it, which is nice. Being, over the pond, I guess. So I have my own fan base, which is probably my own fandom that is different than probably everyone over in England. Just my experience is very different.
It's amazing how we'll have the NFL over here. We'll have the NFL come and have some games over here. And now all of a sudden the Premier League's now going the other way. And it's just like you're getting to experience that as much as we get to enjoy American football. I fucking love American football, just to throw it out there. So are you a Bills fan?
Oh, yeah. Bad. Yeah, like Newcastle, like that is something I've really found support in with the fan base. My friend Alex Spielman was the one that he's been with them for decades, and he was like, you should follow this team. So Alex Spielman was my guy who got me into it. But with the Bills, it's life. In Western New York, where we live, it's like you bleed the Bills.
Yeah.
And they had a 17-year playoff list streak where they had a drought. They were just terrible. But the fan base kind of evolved and was able to stay connected to the team just because everyone appreciated having a national team in such a small city. Like Buffalo is only about 1 million people. I live in the next city over, which is Rochester, New York, and it's the same market. It's like these 2 million people just avid for this team.
And Josh Allen.
Oh yeah.
I
You
hope
mean
he gets a ring, man. I really hope he gets a ring. I can't stand Kansas City. I'm a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan, just to throw that out there. Big because of Kurt Angle. When I was a kid, I was a massive Kurt Angle fan, and he's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as we know. So that's literally why I'm a Steelers fan.
Okay. If you're a big wrestling fan, I believe the Butcher. I don't know how closely you follow wrestling still,
AEW,
but
yeah, Butcher.
Andy Williams from Every Time I Die
Yeah.
is the Butcher. And so if you need a reason to latch onto the Bills as well, Andy Williams is from Buffalo.
I just want to see Josh win a ring because I think he deserves it.
I
Personally.
can't talk about that. I'll get emotional.
Okay.
And we just started, so
Yeah, sorry, Mike. Anyway, I was just intrigued because I thought obviously being from around that area and whatnot, and I thought you'd be diehard Bills fans. But I love that you're a Newcastle fan. I think that's phenomenal. They can still finish second this year. I think that's incredible for what Eddie Howe has done for that team and that club. You know, and obviously they won their first trophy in like 47. Jamie can't join in on sports; he doesn't watch them. So I'm just going to. But Mike, how actually has your Wednesday been so far? Obviously, you've become a dad for the second time. Massive congratulations. Jamie can relate to that. So yeah, well, how's your personal Wednesday been?
it's been pretty good. Yeah, it's my daughter was born 2 weeks ago.
Amazing.
So all this planning for this UK tour has been a little tricky because I booked the first date 10 months ago, and my daughter was conceived 9 months ago. So like it's just been like, you know, On The Cinder is a huge part of my life, and it's like my main passion. And you know, my wife understands that it's a huge commitment for me, and like I do so much in organizing, and I do a lot of the band is 3 people, Tyler and Jason, and we all work really hard together with our touring, with our songwriting, and we also release our own music through Flower House Records. So we're a DIY operation. It's all on us, and it's just been a part of my life, a huge part of my life for 12 years, and I just always like taking new steps. This will be our first time in the UK. We've toured Canada relentlessly because we're in Buffalo, which, you know, just you cross the bridge and you're in Ontario, Canada. So we go to Canada all the time. So yeah, we're so stoked to be coming to the UK finally.
Amazing. So how we like to start these things, Mike, is we take it right back to start. Back when you were growing up, young Master Jacobs, you could say. What did you want to be when you were growing up? Has it always been music for you, or was it something completely different?
It's weird because neither of my parents played music, or my dad was a huge music fan. They had me really young, and my dad had basically every college rock CD you could have from the 90s. So I grew up on my dad's CDs like Blues Traveler, Spin Doctors, and of course he had Green Day, Dookie, and a lot of just that early 90s stuff when my dad was like still in his early 20s, kind of still getting his life together, his identity. Like that music that he latched onto was definitely my start being interested in music. And in like middle school, I found that like I want to play music because I need my own thing. Like I grew up playing sports, mostly like soccer and basketball and football seasons here and there, American, and soccer is what we call football to you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I needed my own thing. I had friends that played guitar, and I was like, I listen to all these CDs all the time. I kind of started my own like rabid like addiction to having CDs. Like I would dive into used bins, and just anything that looked kind of pop punk or punk rock or like alternative, I would just take it and, you know, spend whatever $3 to get the CD. So I had just binders and jackets and just sheets on sheets of CDs. And so I was a big music fan. And then probably when I was like 12, I started guitar lessons and just made good friends. And I found like my people in music that I'd stay with through middle school and high school, and even college. And I finally got to college and I was like, I don't really want to study. I want to play in a band. And here I am.
It's amazing. So what was it about the bass that drew you to want to play the bass then if you were doing guitar lessons?
It's the classic story of you got two guitar player friends that
Oh.
want to start a band, and you're like, who's a little bit better? You're the lead guitar player now, and I'll learn how to play bass. And I've really loved bass and playing, and I would not say I'm a savant by any means, and I definitely need to practice more than I do. But I've always been like a chords guy, like playing a lot of acoustic music. I would like jam with like my mom's boyfriend and his group of friends, and I was always just hammering away with like, you know, CDE, or I hope no music fans are listening. I like CGD, GCD, 135, whatever. And no, 134. Please edit this out. But I grew up enjoying playing with people so much, and that was like the thing that I wanted to carry on in my life more than anything professionally or anything I studied. I was like, I love to play music and I love to travel. So the band has been my outlet for like things I want to express, and also a great excuse to have adventures.
Oh,
Amazing.
I love that. Incredible. Who influenced you though? Obviously, you said your dad had like Green Day and Spin Doctors and stuff like that. But when you were growing up, who were you listening to and going like, I love this? Or was it just literally a plethora of anything?
The Game Changer. I'm sure like any punk rock guy that comes on is like Dookie. Dookie was like what changed my life. Uh, Dookie was just like pop radio because my dad had the CD and it was on all the time. But I had my first like girlfriend when I was 12. You're the girl you learn to kiss with, I guess. And her mom was a big punk rocker, and she was like, I know you like punk. You should really listen to this. And she hands me a copy of And Out Come the Wolves by Rancid.
Oh,
Oh,
And that was just enlightening. Like I was already such a CD jockey, just like with my Walkman, just
yeah.
like
yeah.
I had friends on the bus, but I was like in my own zone listening to music. This is my only time to be like alone all day. And I was like, that CD being like, what is it, 19 tracks, 17 tracks? It's very long.
It's a lot. Yeah.
And I would just listen to it through. And I love that it was a band that the singer kind of sucked. Like his voice is not traditionally good, but
No, I get what you mean.
the songs are so good. And also having Lars as the dual vocal, it's like every song has so many layers. And just I was really inspired because I was like, I know I can't be the best singer ever, but this band like does so much with two vocalists. Like even though Tim Armstrong's voice, it's its own thing, but it sounds so good with that music. And it made me feel like I could also try to sing in a band. And I do try. I try.
I get it completely because obviously I'm a big fan of the Sex Pistols, and let's be honest, Johnny Rotten can't sing for shit, but it works with that music, and you wouldn't fucking change it because it's perfect for what it is.
Yeah, like
Sorry.
Sex Pistols are just they probably mean a lot more to you guys, but like they're just like a seminal band. They're like, they're up there with Ramones to me. Like I like some of their music, and it's you know, I just think I was a little too young to catch them. Just, because they were a 77 and prior
Yeah.
band. So like, I have respect for them. Except for Johnny Rotten now.
Oh,
Kind of
as a
sucks.
person, he's fucking awful. Yeah, I just like his music. As a person, Jesus Christ, a piece of shit.
Yeah, yeah. He's big on Trump. I think he's
Oh,
very weird.
oh,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry, Mike. I'm just so sorry.
Talking about the Bills, or are you talking about our politics?
I'm talking about your politics. Both, actually, a little bit of both.
Yeah, it's a very complicated time in America. Like, I recognize my privilege being a cis white male, and so many people are just facing just problems that our government is challenging them with because, because they're not what I am. And, I just try to support in the best ways I can. I try to know my place in certain arguments, and just trying to keep up with everything is really difficult. Like, Trump is literally flooding our media with just information. Like, he'll just say random things to make things busier, to kind of get away with more. Like, last week or 2 weeks ago, he talked about opening up Alcatraz prison,
Yeah.
which
Yes.
has been a museum for like decades, and it closed because it was impossible to fix and very expensive to like upkeep. And that same week, we have ICE, which is the government agency that like upholds
Yeah.
immigration. Uh, they have just been basically being his Gestapo and like rounding people up and deporting them. And it is so difficult to just wade through how much bullshit he's putting everyone through. And you know, I'm not, the most outspoken political person. We have political aspects of our music, but uh, I feel like I can say a little bit, whereas a lot of punk bands are not saying fucking anything right now. Um, it's just a very difficult time to find, uh, your voice and find ways to actually be helpful right now.
Yeah.
Bless you, man. We're with you. There's, when you come over here in July, you're not going back, right? You do realize that's happening, yeah?
Man,
It's a proper
yeah,
cup of tea. No Trump. I'm staying.
yeah, that'll be nice. That'll be nice. I've looked at Newcastle upon the Tyne and seen what the apartments are like. Maybe I could live in the North Country.
Yeah, it'd be cheap. It's cheap. It's cheap as fuck up there as well. So you'd be living the dream.
That's good.
So,
But don't forget, he created the word equalize as well.
oh, fuck's sake, that made me laugh.
What a load of shit.
What is it?
He said he created the word equalize yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, see, what's really wild about the American experience right now is that Americans are so bombarded with Trumpisms and information and the media cycle that like a lot of our friends in Canada know way more about what's going on in our government than most Americans do,
Yeah.
because they're paying attention. Their government and their media is sifting through everything and looking at facts, whereas we just have rival networks that are like, they pitch their own stories, and pretty much it's like Fox News is the hyper conservative and then MSNBC is the hyper liberal. And Fox News just does whatever they can to support Trump's agenda and the conservative agenda, really. And so if there is something negative that happens in the government while Trump is in charge, they're like, Joe Biden really fucked this up. He made it bad for everyone.
Oh.
And then MSNBC, on the other hand, will be like, isn't that terrible that Trump did that? And then they just go through talking heads, like all these random people that are like giving their opinion of what happened. And they also get away from statistical information and making relevant points to like say more like hot take stuff, I feel like.
Mm.
So I find MSNBC can be not very helpful. I know CNN is still pretty like left leaning, which is good, I think, but just to counter how far off the other side Fox News is, I think CNN is kind of a decent middle ground um, for what is going on, but still, all of them are competing for ratings and views and shares and you know every headline is to get your attention. It's for pop. It's to get people to click, and that's just our capitalist society, I guess.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is. But let's talk about the band. Let's talk about On The Cinder, shall we? 2013, you guys came together. Did I read you were housemates?
Yeah. So right, I mentioned I live in Rochester, but I went to school at University of Buffalo, which is the biggest like state school in New York, and we all were playing music at the same time, and we kind of just fell into being roommates together. Tyler, the drummer, and I, we had played in a ska band prior, and we'd just been buddies through college, and it was pretty natural for him to be like, he was our couch guy at first. Like he's from Buffalo, so he was living from home, but his home was like half an hour away. So he would like sleep on my couch pretty much every day and like just go home to do laundry. And then Jason came along with a couple other friends. He was also playing in a ska band. And then we ended up getting a house together. And we were like, man, we have 6 members in our ska bands, sometimes 7. And then you have like a 9-piece ska band. Could we just play music, the 3 of us, and like commit to that? Because it is way too hard to organize horn players in general, but that many people, like, needing 5 or 6 people to do a show is very challenging. So we were just, we cut and ran. We were like, this is what we're going to do now because it's easy and it's fun. And we're living together. We're roommates. Yeah, it's worked out really well. We get along super good still, even though our lives are very different from when we were college roommates, drinking every night,
Oh,
just partying our asses off and touring just whenever we could. To now, everything's more structured. Everything is like a part of our life. It's more, it's way more organized.
I just love the idea. Like originally in my head, it was you 3 guys living together, just each moving in as strangers, and the next thing you know, like you play that, I play that. Oh, let's start a band, like a really
Yeah,
bad sitcom.
I mean, if that had happened, there might be more talent in the band. But we were all in the same. We were all in the same like scene. So like Tyler is an excellent drummer. He gets a lot of love, and Jason is a very solid guitar player and very technical. And I carry my bass around, and we found a really good balance. I feel like to construct songs that belong to On the Cinder, and it's our. I feel like we have a decently set identity as a band that is always kind of free floating. I know that's
yeah.
probably contradictory, but it's like we can add anything because it's only 3 of us, and we can always talk things out. And we always say like, we're trying something very different here in this new song, but it still sounds like us because it's like my voice, Jay's voice. We have very unique voices, whether they're good or not, I can't say. But like also Tyler's drumming is very distinct. So we have our own sound, uh, not to be pretentious. It's more just like that's our DNA.
reminds me of like proper 2000s though. It reminds me of like when you mentioned Outcome of the Wars by Rancid, like the bass lines I've heard in some of your tracks and stuff like that, and then the influence I can hear. You can hear early Green Day and you can hear Rancid in there. Do you know what I mean? There's some filthy bass lines in there, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I work really hard at my bass lines. Practicing, I need to do more. But when I'm writing bass lines, that I get very meticulous on. And with only having 3 people with 3 instruments, it's like you got to do something interesting, something creative. But thank you. That is way too gracious.
No,
you
it's
guys
not.
are.
When I heard
No, 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 no.
Illusions of Progress, I was like, holy shit, when that first started.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
At the end of Bravest New Face as well, there's all this beautiful little bass noodle in. I was like, oh, go on.
Thank you. Wow. You guys made my day. I'm glad we did this call.
Yeah.
See you later.
So a question I like to ask all bands, and I know this question gets thrown around all the time, but it's because I'm always intrigued by what came first. The name. Where does On The Cinder come from, but what did you have before you had that?
Ooh. It's really only ever been On The Cinder for the name.
Okay.
With us like living together, it came together really fast because like we practiced in the basement, each of our bands. So like our instruments were everywhere anyways, and we were always hanging out, and whether it was watching movies or listening to music or going to other house shows in the neighborhood, we would throw our own shows in the basement, and there was a nice little DIY scene like in our neighborhood. It was a very special time. It'll be in the book if we ever get around to that. But man, I'm drinking tea, so I'm not as sharp as I normally would be. What was the question?
Just how the name On The Cinder, where did it come from,
Right.
and then
Yeah,
what did you
yeah.
have before then?
Sorry.
I apologize.
So we're immense like nerds, comic books and superhero movies. And back in 2013, there wasn't really much to go off of. A lot of the best stuff was still in books, in comic books. Like probably what Iron Man was out in '08, and the shitty Hulk movie was the year after, and like we didn't have the saturation of Marvel and DC that we have now, and that we're kind of getting out of, which is nice. But we were all watching the movie The Watchmen, actually. And there's this scene. Do you guys know The Watchmen?
I've never seen it.
So the comedian is how would you describe him? He's an anti-hero.
Yeah, he's an anti-hero. Yeah.
He's an anti-hero. And there's a scene where everyone's come together when the team is still strong and they're saving the world and they're deciding how they're going to protect the world. And then the comedian like lights up the world map with a cigar or a match. And he's like, someday, Ozymandias, you'll be the smartest man on the Cinder. And we all looked at each other and were like, that's not bad. Like, it's not great, but it's different and no one else will do it. So it's a comedian from The Watchmen quote.
That's awesome. I like that. So like I say, people hear the band, they look at that, they wouldn't have guessed that's where the name came from. So that's fucking awesome. I like that.
Yeah, sometimes I worry it sounds, it's like trying too hard to be like metal or something, or like a biker bar kind of, I don't know, hot rod sort of thing. That's not what it means at all. That's just, everyone's self-conscious about their band name because you have to like latch onto something as soon as you start getting decent, because like if you change it midway, you'll just lose people. Like they'll be like, who the fuck is Orange Crayon? Like, no, we need to, was that old band I liked.
But I don't know, haven't the Me First and the Gimme Gimme Gimme's just changed their name for some reason? I don't know why.
Oh, what I think is I think it's to change some publishing stuff. Like I think Fat Mike wants to get out of a lot of stuff and focus on things that just make him happy and make him have fun. So he's doing like a new label called Bottles to the Ground, and they release like Co-Defendants and the Meffs, who are from UK, I
Yeah.
think.
Really, yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think they changed the name probably for like copyright or publishing, because it really is just like pretty much Spike is the only original guy, and I wonder if they want to transition so that like, you know, make it easier for paying band members rather than like the 30 guys that have been in the roster for all those
Yeah.
years. Yeah, I mean, Spike is excellent. I think Me First and the Gimme Gimmes are a great like gateway band for a lot of, well, they were for me, for like younger punk rock kids. Not that the music they cover is really that I don't want to say relevant, but like, they play the hits that are from when they were young. And that's like those guys are all in their 50s now, right? So they they just everything they do is great though. All their arrangements are spectacular. And they've always got all these Easter eggs in little songs to other punk rock songs that like punk nerds like me will pick up on and be like, oh, that's that Black Flag part. I love that. Like,
So you kind of segue beautifully into my next question there, because I was going to talk about songwriting. So there we are. So with you and Jason both doing vocals, does he write all the lyrics, or is it a collaborative thing, or how does that work?
It's a very collaborative thing. And actually Tyler is a huge stickler, we'll say. He it's not that he has to read every line before we start like working on a song, but if he likes to like look the music over and he'll be like, I don't know about this word here, or like, oh, this needs to be stronger. And we all have taken turns writing with this band. I do a lot of the writing, but some of the best stuff we've ever done that people latch onto and love is either like Tyler actually writes. When he does write, he's written some pretty like strong, like compounding stuff for us. Like he wrote our song Bravest New Face, and he just wrote like this essay about how he was feeling, and it came out as this poem that I kind of wove through and was like, hey, this is really good. Could we add something to like uplift the story or like give some description here? So every song is very collaborative and like nitpicked through, which doesn't bother me. I think that's really important for bands to like keep going, is to have Jay says this all the time. Decide on the hill that you're going to die on in arguments and in discussions. And with us being together so long, I know what will pass with my guys, and they know what I'll fight for. So like, yeah, we're just do it all together.
Love that. Are the lyrics quite personal to you all then, or do you, being a punk band, I imagine you've got some political stuff in there as well, or do you make stories and that sort of thing? Like, what really is the consensus? Where's the inspiration?
I think we all write about different things. I write about like family and life development and friends. Tyler writes very like introspective things about like how he feels and his frustrations with the world. And Jay likes to Jay can be the same way. But Jay also likes to tell stories in his songs.
Okay.
Which I don't always think I'm very good at. Um, I'll usually write. Well, I do a lot of writing, and sometimes I don't write like the most coherent narrative. I'll write more emotionally based. And yeah, so it's very different. Like having the three people involved in the songwriting makes it very it can be random, it can be uh just challenging sometimes because like everyone's perspective is very different, but um yeah, every song is personal to me for sure.
Mm.
Even songs like I help arrange that like aren't my words, but like I'll help with, and I'm like I love our songs, and I think the guys aren't so attached to a lot of them. So when I'll pitch like something we haven't played in a while, and I'll write a lot for Jason, and I'll try to like write through his lens, like what I think he would say, what he would mean. And one such song is called "Board Up the Arcade," which was it's kind of about the closing of our house venue, and I wrote it and I thought, oh, this is going to matter so much to him. This is going to be really compassionate. And then I pitched doing it for a tour recently, and he's like, that song, I don't know. I'm like, what? I worked so hard on that, and there's so many little things in it that are just unique to him, and he's like, I don't know. So maybe he'll listen to this and feel guilted, and
Oh, yeah.
we'll do it. Hopefully. I love that song. But again, I'm a sucker for all of our stuff because I just am a huge part of getting it out in the world.
Yeah, go on, Jason. He wrote that song for you. You need to play it, Jason. Come on.
He
You
wrote
feel
a
bad
little
now,
bit
don't
on
you,
there.
Jason?
Yeah.
So, when it comes to songwriting in sense of the songs, then do you do music first, then lyrics, or are you lyrics then music, or something completely bloody different?
It's a little weird for me because I am always lyrics first, but it's not anything until it has some music. Like I was saying earlier, like I grew up jamming on chords, and
Yeah.
that's really how I got to feel like I could play music, is that I could play enough chords to sing the song along to. And yeah, it needs some structure. I'm not like a savant, or I'm not like a prolific writer. Um, but who was this? Somebody super famous said that if you can't remember the lyrics to something, it's not a good song. Um, who said that? Maybe, yeah, I'll Google it later and then I'll text you guys.
Yeah.
That might have been like Woody Guthrie or something. Um, but yeah, I'll usually have like a line in my head, and that'll be the whole basis of the rest of the song. But again, I don't have more until music is kind of developed and established a little bit.
Interesting. I love when we talk to bands, like everyone has a different way of doing it. And I love finding out there's different ways of people's minds work when it comes to this creative process.
Yeah. And the way music comes out now is so weird. Like we have always done vinyl. That's been a huge part of our band's identity. And it's been a way to like help us stand out a little bit. And also financially support more stuff that we can do.
Mm.
Like we definitely made commitments to like, paying into records, and we have our own label that we do everything through. Um, so the money from the band goes to help the band in other ways. It's all incestuous, I guess. The money just like we take it and we use it and we make more and then we use it again. Incestuous might have been the wrong word, but it's a funny word.
It's very
Close.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, I fucking belly laugh massively, so you're all good. But how has like the Buffalo punk scene like shaped your sound and identity as a band?
Buffalo is a huge music city. There is so much variety in like genres, and just so many different people are like actively playing music professionally or as a huge passion. So there's a lot of like not to use incestuous again, but cross breeding
Yeah.
with bands and with artists and musicians that like just it's not so much like specific bands are influencing each other. It's at least in our punk rock scene, it's more just that like the friends you make influence you more. Um, like we have friends that play in a polka band. Like polka's huge in Buffalo because it's like the second biggest city in America that has like Polish diaspora. So like next to Chicago, like Buffalo is like the densest Polish population in America as far as descendants go.
Mm.
So polka is huge in Buffalo. A lot of like Buffalo weddings, they do a polka dance and is the wildest shit you'll ever see. Just, 90-year-old ladies drunk as shit on vodka, jumping around and dancing in a line. Like there's so much variety. And like people in the polka band, they'll come to the punk rock shows and a lot of them will play in punk bands. Like that polka band's drummer plays in a great ska band and the ska band plays with the punk bands and um it's there's a saying about Buffalo, it's keep Buffalo a secret. And I think some of that comes from just um how deep set the people are there. Like this is our place, and uh, just people understand each other and can be great friends to each other. So it's the city of good neighbors, is what it's known for.
Oh.
Or it's the slogan. Some dick came up with that years ago.
I was expecting you to go, it's really
Yeah,
ironic. My neighbour's an asshole.
yeah. But yeah, once in a while, through our history, there have definitely been punk bands that inspired us to like do more melodic stuff or do heavier stuff. Right now, like hardcore is enormous in Buffalo, and there are some really big hardcore roots in Buffalo with like Snapcase. They were a huge band in the '90s. Every Time I Die has done everything from hardcore to metal to like southern rock. Uh, so bands like that have kind of set the way, like set a tone in Buffalo that like you can be a little more aggressive, you can be a little raspier, um, and you can be more aggressive. Well, did I say that? Yeah. You can be just kind of like all out and guttural in ways. And but then we're also the home of the Goo Goo Dolls, so like you can write the most melodic poppy shit ever. There's just there's been huge names that give some direction, give some lens to what a lot of Buffalo musicians, care about.
Awesome. So, obviously, going from the past and your inspirations to current day, you're about to come over to here to the UK to tour your last album, Heavy Handed. So, before I want to talk about the tour, I do want to briefly talk about the album. It's been out a year now. What's the feedback been like for the record?
It's been really good. We we did the biggest pressing of vinyl we've ever done, just because everything with vinyl was complicated during the pandemic, as so many things were, but pressing plants were just immensely set back, and they also raised their prices immensely. So we were putting out our EP in 2021, and it was a nightmare. Like it was so hard to figure out how we could afford it because like we weren't playing shows, we were in the lockdown, and so we found a way to like do a pre-order for that, and we were able to fund it with our own efforts and crowdfunding, pre-orders, selling the record, and so we decided to just do a big lot of like 500 records, and we're already halfway through it. We found different creative ways to like get it out to people. This was definitely our best understanding of doing a like a virtual release. The virtual sounds so weird, but like streaming. and just using the internet as a tool to like, push the band, push the music. And with how DIY we are, we have a shoestring budget. So we just have to be creative. We just have to find ways to like reach people without being annoying. And, we're not crawling into people's DMs like, hey, you should listen to this song. Hey, you should buy this record. So, so I feel good about myself. But like everything has worked out with the album. We hope at some point to work with a larger label. Uh, I've never talked about this, but our EP was included on a larger label's record club, but that record label has folded because it was run by Anti-Flag.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So we had some hopes of developing with that label, but I don't know. Somebody did many bad things, and so that can't exist anymore, which is for the best.
It's very definitely better doing it yourself than being on that 115,000%.
Yeah, like there were good people that worked. There were good people that worked at that label, but just everything to do with the brand and the band is just completely tarnished now. It's like, not many people will talk about it either. Like, I have a friend in Pittsburgh, and like he's like, he has a podcast too, and he doesn't talk about it ever. He's never had a guest on that was like, "What's up with Anti-Flag?" But no one will talk about what happened. So it's weird. I don't want that story to be swept under the rug.
I'm not overly familiar with it, so hence why I'm just, I've heard about it, but I'm not overly familiar to give my own opinion right now, as it were.
I think if you're interested, some research. There's a huge Rolling Stone article about it, and it's over and done with. So moving on in the punk rock world.
There's bigger and
One
better
last
things
band,
out
I
there for
guess.
you, Mike. There's bigger and better things out there for you. Don't you worry.
For sure. Yeah.
For sure. Seriously.
Yeah. But this release has gone over really well. It's definitely reached the most ears we've ever been able to do, just through our own creativity, with our own we toured a lot and made more money and sold more records and sold a bunch of t-shirts. Like, just the more active we are, it seems just the more capable we can be. We're not like spinning our tires, which is nice.
Yeah. Are there any particular songs on the album that stand out to you? The ones you're like, yeah, that was I'm really proud of that one. That was great.
I actually just put a playlist together on Spotify, which isn't something I really do. I think Spotify is just like the evil empire, but like it's just as everyone says, a necessary evil, because that's where everyone is, and it's just, I don't worry about like being found on Spotify. I just want our people to be able to hear us, and that's why I encourage people to still use Spotify, even though it sucks. But I made this playlist, UK punks versus Americans abroad, which is an against me quote. And I was listening to our songs. Like, Smells Like American Spirit has been like the biggest like tiny hit of our album. It was the lead track. It's got a cool name, and it seems like what people have latched onto the most. But putting this playlist together, I was like, there's some good stuff I haven't gone back to in a while. And like I was saying, how Jay can be like picky about certain songs or not be so hot on certain things. Going back and listening to tracks, it's really fun to like go back and be like, this is pretty good. I'm in a decent band. Like, it's all right.
I don't know how much you can talk about it, if there is anything, but is there actually anything new in the works? Anything new on the way, or can we not discuss?
Oh, we can talk about it. I mean, it's just the three-way partnership of On the Cinder and Flower House Records. We have a whole like new concept for a release that we want it to be like a double EP, but to put um one side of an EP, an entire EP, of songs that are they all kind of belong together. They all tell a similar themed story, and then write a second side, not like a B side, like a second EP, and then have two covers to the jacket. This was like Tyler and Jay's idea of like doing um, get two artists with the same concept and see what they come up with. And instead of doing like a track listing on the back of the album, we'll just do two covers. So it'd be like a double EP, which I think is kind of a fun idea because the songs don't need to relate to each other so much. And
Yeah.
with like streaming as it is, like, you know, people can just pick one song randomly, or they're served it up from their playlists or their algorithm. That, you know, a physical release can be whatever you want it to be now.
It's such a clever idea.
Hopefully it works.
Yeah.
I meant to ask, like you were saying, like you do the record label to release it, you do like all the bookings and everything like that. How did you learn to do all this stuff? Is it just research and teaching yourself, or did you have like help to learn all this stuff?
Um, Man, just experience, and being willing to fail. Like so much of it is just like, hey, no one's gonna do it for you, and uh, you want it bad, so go make it what it can be. Uh, I know that's a staggered kind of sentence, but um, just trial and error. Learn from everyone you can. My wife is a writer. She's a copywriter, and she's got this book that stuck with me. It's called "Steal Like an Artist," and that quote has really inspired me over the years to learn from other bands, learn from people in music and in media. Like I'm inspired a lot by people just that put reels together. That's I'm not really on TikTok. We have it, I use it, but I'm not gonna go do a chicken dance to our new song. Like I'm not gonna fucking do that. But like reels are everywhere, and so I'll watch different content creators and see what they do to like get people's attention, and yeah, just try things. Uh, be brave. Um, I do have one rule for social media and any just like media stuff. If it's not fun, I'm not going to do it. Like I've had phases where I felt like I got to post every day. I got to make a version of this video. I got to cut this song up 9 different ways and turn it into 9 TikToks. And it's like, this fucking sucks. And it doesn't matter. Like, like
So
if you
punk rock
can,
of you.
yeah, sure. Like, I want to be as big a band as we can be, but like, you have to recognize your limitations, and you have to be authentic to yourself.
Yeah.
I think, you know, I'll watch videos of bands doing like what they think is like a viral trend, and it's like, this sucks, guys. Why are you doing this? Like, you don't really want to do this. Just, I don't know. Some bands can sell it and like actually do a nice job of like, you know, being content creators and having fun. Um, but our band is so much built on touring and, you know, DIY ethics of like video production and music recording and pressing our records. Like that's who we are. And we just find ways to, you know, touch into the ways to connect with people, but like everything you have to pay for to get in front of people now. Like paid ads. That's how Spotify algorithms are fueled now. Like if you look on YouTube, it's like, how do I make a hit on Spotify? And the person's just like, all right, well, get your music on Spotify and then make a Facebook ad and make an Instagram ad, make a Reels ad, make a TikTok ad. And it's like, just the more money you plug into it, that's the vessel that will carry it. Unless it's an amazing song, like the biggest fucking song you ever heard. But like, what's the last punk rock song that came out that you're like, you heard it once and you're like, wow, that changed me. And that sounds so like contrived, but like the punk music I listen to, I fall in love with because of how it makes me feel and how it sounds. It's not like the one song that like, it's not like the radio anymore. Bands are a whole vibe now. Bands have to have their own brand, their own identity, their own sound. And it like, a band like Pup, I think is like one of the better bands at doing this. Like they have their own sound, their all their merch and all the way they market themselves is very unique to them. And, they have created this great animal, but like they put out so much music because it's part of who they are. They're not trying to like write hits. They care about like getting good records out.
It's crazy the way the music industry has changed. Like you look back to like my favorite bands growing up and reading their history. I'm like, and then what you have to do these days, I'm like, how is this the same industry? It's just so fucking different. It's unreal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We've I don't know. We've just found a way to do it our way, and some people that we can reach really enjoy it, and they're who fuel us really. I'm sure you guys do like so much of the marketing and just promotion of your show the same way. Like you guys have to cut up reels, and that's how you find people. Like I've loved your show because you guys put funny reels out. Like that's awesome. And like but everything is this weird like capitalist like machine you have to plug into now. And if you give yourself so much to it, it's like, who are you really? It's about being yourself and finding people that appreciate you for who you are.
Absolutely. I've always said, as long as I can sit down with my best friend, have a fucking laugh, talk to amazing people, and get cool life experiences, that's all that fucking matters. If other people listen to it, awesome. But that's what I'm in it for. Life experiences. It's just, yeah, it's great.
There's so much
sure,
random
Jamie.
shit that comes up, but appreciate you checking it out, my friend. And like,
Yeah.
Jamie puts all the hard work into making everything behind this. It's true though. Tom turns up, talks shit, and fucks off. Jamie goes, right, better do 16 hours of editing now.
I love when dudes just gush. I love when dudes just gush on each other. They're like, "This is my best friend. I love everything he does, but fuck him anyways."
Mike, in just under 2 months, you are embarking on a journey over the seas to come and join us here in the UK for a good 2 weeks. You must be fucking buzzing for this.
Very much so. Yeah. Should I go over the tour dates real quick?
Do it. You start in Northwich on the 11th of July, but go for it.
Yeah. All right. July 11th, Northwich, which is kind of near Manchester.
Yeah.
Venue called the Salty Dog. The 12th, Liverpool at the Outpost. The 13th, we're in Newcastle. Hopefully gonna check out the stadium if they do tours.
They do.
We're playing at Trillions Rock Club that night. We're going up right away. We're playing Edinburgh at Bannerman's on the 14th. The Block or just Block in Glasgow on the 15th. Wharf Chambers in Leeds the 16th. Fighting Cocks. They're playing the Fighting Cocks in Kingston upon the Thames, which I think is like West London. Is that right?
Yes, near me. Yeah. Don't actually do what
Okay.
it says on the fucking front of the pub, though. Yeah. You don't need to
Okay.
actually fight with cocks. I mean, you can if you want to, but it's not a challenge. Put it that way, Mike.
Gotcha. 18th, we're in Reading at the Castle Tap. 19th, pretty much the show that got us over there is what's called the New Rock City Music Fest in Birmingham at a spot called the Sunflower Lounge. And then the 20th, our last day, we're playing the Signature Brew in Hagerstown.
Haggerston.
Okay. And that's South London,
It's in
right?
London. Yeah, I think it's somewhere in there.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're pretty stoked. We're making sure we have all the documentation right. We need a sponsorship visa, which our friends Oh the Humanity from Boston, they did a UK tour last summer, and they've been integral in like with contacts and what to expect going over. So Oh the Humanity have been a huge help. Shout out to Archie Moss. He plays in a band called Clayface out of Manchester. He did the tour flyer for us. It's George Washington riding a buffalo on an iceberg that is floating away from the Empire, or is floating away from the Empire State Building and the Statue of Liberty, which are sinking, just like our country.
So I'm from Birmingham. The Sunflower Lounge is a beautiful venue. You get have a great time playing there. It's great.
Cool. Very cool.
But one thing I'm really intrigued as well is during our like emails to set this up, you've mentioned you were doing market research for the tour, all about the UK. What's some things you've learned then about our glorious country? I'm intrigued.
Man, Brexit didn't just happen and it was over. It seems like Brexit has had really deep wounds in the culture and in the politics. I still know very little about it, but it just seems like you guys have your own slew of problems, just like we do over here. Not to touch on something very serious, but man, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of pop punk right now. And pop punk is definitely really popular out on the west coast of the US still, though like kind of east coast is not so much. It's everything's grittier on the east coast. Like, you know, some of the biggest bands are like from Boston or New York City or like Philly, just like tough towns. And then out in California, it's like this bubbly, sunny place with a lot of pop punk. And then a lot of the bands we're playing with at the New Rock City Festival are excellent. All of their music production is fucking great. And they're all on this playlist I made, UK Punks versus Americans Abroad. Very pop punky though, like good stuff. So hopefully we won't be a sore thumb being this like kind of Rust Belt like fast skate punk melodic hardcore thing. So we'll see how we blend with all those people. Anything else I learned from the US, the UK? You guys get along with Scotland?
He certainly does. He's from there.
Okay. Yeah. I just watched Braveheart and things are a little complicated.
Dude, I mean, that was like 1206. I mean, that's a very fucking long time ago when the English tried to invade us, the pricks. Yeah, I'm actually a Scotsman myself, but obviously my accent does not constitute me. I'm not, you know, but I am from there. But you will love our people. You will love one of the best things I've ever seen in Scotland is I was in Edinburgh and I was walking home with a mate of mine, and all you could hear was just shouting, like, what the fuck is that? And it's one guy by himself, fucked out of his face, having a right go at a mannequin in the window. It was amazing.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about some of the accents and understanding everyone. Even though you guys invented the language, I'm a little nervous about Newcastle
Yeah,
uh,
Liverpool.
being in the tune. Especially Scotland. A little anxious about that, but yes, everyone has said everyone in Scotland is very sweet.
We are great people.
And yeah, so hopefully people won't mind me going like, "What did you say?"
Edinburgh, you'll be fine. It's Glasgow, you'll be it's a bit
Yeah,
difficult. Yeah.
there's this little clip of one of the guys from Top Gear or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like he's having a pint with a guy from Newcastle, or they're looking at a car or something, and the guy just yammers on, "Da-da-da-da-da-da-da," and he just goes, "Right, yes." So that might be us in Newcastle. We'll find out.
You'll be fine, man. You'll look Liverpool as well will be another interesting one with the Scouse accent. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm I'm a big wait, am I having this right? Are Oasis from Liverpool?
no,
Manchester.
no, they're from
They're from
Manchester.
Manchester.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
might get murdered for that, just to let you know, so don't say that.
Oh, well, I was also going to wear my Newcastle jersey a bunch of the nights. So I'm just going to be a walking target.
I mean, Liverpool have won the Premier League now, so I think you might be all right. I think you might be okay. I'm just trying to
Did they win,
think.
did they win the Carabao Cup though?
Newcastle did, yeah.
No, I was asking about Liverpool, but never mind.
No, I know you
Um,
would. No, yeah. I'm not a Liverpool
Yeah.
fan, so I'm not. Just don't wear. You're not going to Sunderland, so you're fine. As long as you don't wear a Newcastle jersey in Sunderland or Middlesbrough, you'll be all right.
Yeah, our promoter in Newcastle is he is a Sunderland fan, even though the venue we're playing is Newcastle. Um, yeah, we'll see how that goes over because all I'm going to want to talk about is Bruno Guimaraes and Tenali and all my favorite players that he probably sees at the grocery store all the time. Joe Linton.
Isak, can't forget Isak.
Hell yeah. I wish he scored more even. He sometimes doesn't show up in big games, but he's had some really big goals and he did get the go ahead at the Carabao Cup. So
Yeah.
that's a trophy. I'll take that.
And now Liverpool want to buy him off you, so hopefully he won't go. Just throwing that out there.
Well, yeah, well,
You'll
they
be
can pay
fine.
him whatever he wants. So
But you do have two American shows before you come over here. One in Syracuse, New York, and obviously played in Philadelphia as well. Pennsylvania, sorry. Camp Punksylvania, which I thought was a great,
Great
great name.
yeah.
Like warm-up
Camp
shows.
Yeah, Camp Punksylvania will be really cool. We're playing right before Get Dead. We're a pretty awesome Fat Wreck band, and I think the Vandals are like the headliner that night. The night before, though, I wish we were on that night. That's fucking the Lawrence Arms and Dillinger 4 back to back. I will cry. Those are like two of my most important bands. And Camp Pennsylvania will be really fun. And then Syracuse is Jason's hometown. They're kind of known famous by the university, the Orangemen or the Orange, just Syracuse Orange now. They have a huge basketball program, and it's like kind of our third hometown. We play there a bunch, at least like one solid hometown show there every year. So hopefully we won't be rusty when we get over there. And hopefully the plane lands okay because the planes in America have been really fucked up lately.
Yeah, you'd be all right getting over here, but it's going back. You'll be fine,
We'll
man.
see.
Don't worry. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It's all grand.
Thanks for your vote of confidence.
Not at all.
So, Mike, before we get out of here, a question I always like to ask all musicians. If people are listening to this and like, I like the sound of this guy, I'm going to go check out some of his music. What, say, 3 songs of On The Cinder you'd recommend people to listen to get the feel for what you guys are about?
Okay. Bravest New Face is like a very like vibe kind of song. It's got a lot of movements in it. If people like dynamic songs, Bravest New Face is one that kind of shows everything we got. Um, damn, I ooh, other songs. I have to remember any of them. Let's see. Smells Like American Spirit is that's like a culture song, and it's also got a nice chorus that people have really latched on to. It's all about where we come from. It's about the Buffalo house show scene and kind of where we uh, s- built a stomping ground to start our band. And mm, one more. If I could remember any of them, that would be so good.
Yeah.
I have like
You're going on
I
tour soon. You kind of need to remember them.
yeah. Just Heavy Handed, I think, is a really solid album through and through. And if you give it a chance, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic album. I listened to it earlier on. It's, by the way, pure mess. Mwah, love that song.
You know what? That's a song I do care about a lot. That's definitely one of those like family oriented songs where it's like just how hard it can be to bring, life into the world and just knowing how fucked up the world is. But man, it's it's all we're here for. It's what we do. And yeah, Pure Mess, that song means a lot to me. I just couldn't
Yeah.
think of it because I'm jacked up on this tea. I've been drinking tea and I'm all nervous now.
We'll get you a proper brew when you're over here. Mr. Stevens, any more questions for our wonderful guest?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to mention, obviously, that you've opened for like the Messengers, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, Off With Their Heads, like some unbelievable bands. Like they must have had some seriously incredible experiences playing with bands like that.
Yeah. Usually everything works out. We just are kind of a name back home, and uh, we get lucky. We have good contacts. We try to just keep being friends with everyone that, is reasonable to us. We're actually going to open for Catbite in September, which will be cool. They're a very ska band, and they'll actually be in the UK like the same time as us,
Oh,
but
nice.
our tours will not like intersect at all. But yeah, I guess probably the band that's been like the best to us is like Authority Zero.
Yeah,
They have, you know, they do what we do. They do a DIY sort of band where you just work and you tour and you release music and you just uphold your brand and you take care of the people that take care of you.
I love that. Absolutely love that. And I have one more thing for you before we let you get out of here. When you first started this journey, when you get raised in Buffalo, New York, going to the University of Buffalo, meeting people, your drummer sleeping on your sofa, becoming a three-piece and becoming On The Cinder. Did you ever think this is where you'd be today?
Yes. Because this is all I've ever wanted to do.
Nice. Literally the easiest fucking answer anyone's ever
I
given,
love that. I love that. I love that confidence, that faith that this is what I want to do. I will do anything I fucking can to do it. And here I am. I'm doing it and I'm about to go tour the world. Fucking superb.
Yeah, I mean, you only get so much life, Everyone has their bar, and every day it ticks down a little bit. So, um, you know, spend time you know, doing what you love and with the people you appreciate. So, yeah, that's what I think. That's how I live.
Incredible. Mike, plugs, social medias, websites. Where can people find you guys out there in the world?
On the Cinders on Instagram. Our merch is through Bandcamp on the cinder.bandcamp.com. Just we're on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. We're working out our UK provider or like a distro person, but we don't have that set yet. That will be figured out soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for having me. I can't wait for my guys to listen to this. I always gush on my dudes. So Ty, Jay, love you. And yeah, we'll be coming over soon. I can't wait.
It'll be awesome. And everyone listen to this, get your tickets to the tour because it's going to be fucking great. I have no doubt. Like I said, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much, Mike. Really appreciate you taking time out, and massive thank you for reaching out to us as well.
Yeah, keep doing your show. Your show is great. It's so fun. And I love the mix of guests that you have, and just you guys have a laugh. I love it.
Much appreciated.
Mike, this has been fucking so much fun. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been great. Look forward to seeing you when you come over here in July. It'd be a lot of fun to catch up and hang out and whatnot. I will see you in Reading. I'm in London,
Very cool.
but I'm in West London, and Reading is oddly closer than Kingston is. But there we are.
Okay.
But yes, I will see you there. It'll be a good fun. Me and the other half are going to come join you. So
Awesome.
I'll come to Birmingham.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. If you wanted to, I'm sure our drummer Tyler would love to do a podcast and just pretty much talk about Shaun of the Dead for an hour. That is his favorite movie.
It's a great fucking film. I love Simon Pegg, so fair play.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I hear my family trying to get out the door, but thank you so much. This has been
Pleasure, my
awesome.
friend.
You have a great show. Let's hang out soon, all right?
okay, 100%.
Absolutely.
Look after yourself, my friend. You take care. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Mike.
much, Mike. Yeah, Chris from Coldplay. Do you reckon people would like the smell of that?
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Chronicles of Podcast. Welcome to the Chronicles of On The Cinder. I hope you enjoyed the interview that we've just thrown at you, for the last hour and a half or however long it was. I can't remember how long it was for, an hour or so. We hope you enjoyed Mike's dulcet buffalo tones. But still, go to On The Cinder. Get them in your face. Right, before we begin, I've got to throw out a massive, big fucking apology to my other half. This is the story that I was going to bring to the show right at the beginning because I probably would have forgotten and then she would have murdered me further. No, I'm joking. Anyway, so basically on Sunday, we were coming back here, but we had cleared out the whole of the under of her bed. We'd cleared out under her bed because there was just shit. Like she had like 7 duvets, about 15 pillowcases. It was just insane. I was like, but do you need this? But do you need this? So we had a bit of a clear out. And then I said, what we'll do is I'll take some of them back with me and I'll leave them out the front to get collected here because then at least you don't have to pile all your bin up within the first day of it happening and have to wait 2 weeks to get collected. So I went to the car and she was like, oh, I'm not ready yet. I haven't got my keys. And I was like, oh, okay. So I then proceeded to walk back with the bin bags rather than leaving them by the car, walk back with the bin bags to get my bag. So as soon as I walked in, she went, oh, I'm ready now. I was like, oh, right, okay. So I picked my bag up, got the bags, and fucked off. We drove. Oh, we got a Biscoff frappe on the way from McDonald's because they're fucking delicious. We came all the way back to London from hers, about 45 minutes down the M25. Got to the door, and I was like, right, let me put the bin bags down. Hang on a minute. Do I have my keys? And went, tapped my pockets, and I was like, fuck!
Whoops.
I'd left my keys on her desk, where I always leave them. I always leave them there because I know to pick them up on the way out. But I got distracted by the bags and forgotten about them completely. I'd also left my underground pass and everything at her house. So I turned to her and was like, sweetheart, I've left my keys on your desk. And she went, what? I was like, I've left my keys on your desk. And she's like, you fucking twat. And she went, you can get the bus home then. So we literally jumped back in the car and had a very silent, not very silent, but a bit of a, like, I know she was angry. I think I apologized about 25 million times as we drove back down the M25 again. She hates motorway driving at the best of times anyway. Drove back down the M25 to get back to hers. And she got there. She was like, here's the keys. Go and get them. So I got them. And then we drove all the way back. Fuck. I've never felt like such a dick in my life.
You didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, but I've never done that. I've never left. I've always gone, keys, phone, wallet. Yeah, got it. Perfect. Let's go. That's the one. It's been a very long time since that's happened.
So the way you said it, I thought you'd be like, we got there, went to take the bags out of the car and realised I left the bags at the house. The thing you actually taking there, no, I wasn't expecting keys and everything.
And Sophie wasn't here. So I was like, brilliant. We're gonna have to fucking go way back to come all the way back again. I felt so bad, man. I felt so bad.
You owe a big time now.
Yes, I do. Well, I sent her money.
Oh, that's fair.
I paid. Yeah, I just like I'm going to pay for the fuel. I'm just going to send you the money, so I did. Anyway, let's get cracking on with the show, shall we?
Go on then.
Let's all come in, take a seat in a nice little semicircle as you would for story time with Tom. I found this fucking insane story. Of course they're Australian, just to throw it right out there straight away. Of course they are. A punk band releases a vinyl that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina.
Sorry, what?
You heard exactly what I just said. Well, if you wanted one of Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina-scented candles from her Goop brand, but weren't able to cop one, well, Australian band Private Function are bringing the smell of the actress's privates to you at a much more economical cost. Oh, and you get a soundtrack too. The band has announced that among the vinyl pressings for their new album is a goopy variant that was manufactured with a scent that mimics the one used in the candles that were produced with a scent that Paltrow identified as reminding her of what her vagina smells like. That was labelled, "This smells like my vagina." In a statement shared by Lambgoat, guitarist Lauren Hester said, "Well, this was potentially the greatest thing anyone has ever done. And everyone at Private Function was beyond impressed. We immediately tried to buy one, but due to the overwhelming demand, it sold out instantly. They now sell for over $700 each."
Fucking bravo.
She continued, $700 to smell Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina is, quite frankly, classist. And we at Private Function think that every working class person deserves access to that smell 24 hours a day. Hester concluded her statement by saying, "So, congratulations to everyone lucky enough to score a goopy record. You now own a scratch and sniff record that smells like Gwyneth Paltrow's vagina." Notably, this is not the first time that Private Function has pulled an unusual vinyl stunt. Lambgoat pointed out to you that for their previous album, 370H SSV 0773H, the band released a limited edition version of the album that was pressed using the band members' urine.
Fucking hell.
I know, right? Hey, Private Function, hear me out. Ass sweat vinyl. Fucking insane, but genius.
I was gonna say, I'm like impressed and grossed out all at the same time. And
It's like you put that record on, it's like, why does it smell like pussy in here? Well, I thought it was a Private Function. Have you been sleeping with someone?
Did you scratch that vinyl before you put it on?
Oh, I get a big whiff there. Gwyneth Paltrow's in here, apparently. Oh, bloody hell. How would you even cup that scent? How would you even gather that scent to put into fucking wax?
Don't know.
And do you really want to smell what burnt pussy smells like? Do you know what I mean? I mean, was it going to give you like those lavender extracts and that sort of thing mixed with vanilla and God knows what else? Or was it literally just, that's my pussy in there, now you burn it, and there you go.
Such a I completely forgot that candle thing existed.
I think I'm hearing a cat screaming. Is it all right? What's that?
I was quite happy in the knowledge I forgot that fucking candle thing existed. So I'm like,
why would you want to? I don't understand who wants that.
Here, Chris from Coldplay. Do you reckon people would like the smell of that? Putting it in a candle.
Chris Martin's there like, that's not even it. That's not how I remember it.
Smells way worse than that, though. What are you on about?
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's, I mean, that's a genius move. Like, what a clever move to make. But how did they even get hold of it? Because it sold out really fucking quick, didn't it?
I was going to say, they must have known someone that... But can you just cut us off a piece? We just need a piece of that candle, please. Weird. Very weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But genius at the same time. I'm impressed, to be honest.
Fair play to them. I wonder if the music's any good.
I was going to say, I might have to put a clip of the band in just to see if they're any good, because I'm intrigued.
But moving on. I was very... I don't understand the term fly tipping. So did somebody try to actually tip the insect over, and that's why they fly away as much and they headbutt stuff because they're like, oh no, don't push me over, fucking hell, and that's why they can't get out the window because they're headbutting everything else trying to get away from the fact that you want to just tip them over. I mean, who even thought this was a thing? And is that why they moved on to cows?
Maybe flying was just too much
Because it's easier. Yeah, maybe fly tip is like the $1 million fucking like game show. I mean, that's the $1 million if you could just like flick it and that sort of thing. Like, yes, fly tipping. I had better shit in my head for this, but like, do you know what I mean? I've literally just written fly tip in my notes and I've gone, that's cool, but why have I written it? Do you know what I mean?
There might have been some actual reason which you'll remember later as to why you've written it.
Probably about 4 a.m. and I go, oh yeah, Jamie. Oh yeah, wait, hang on, I'm still asleep. Right, shit.
It is a point of why the fuck is it called fly tipping? I get the tipping bit sort of. Even then, you don't really tip it. You just sort of
place it on the ground. Yeah.
Lob it. God, I haven't done that in years.
Run away, do you? It's like, who's fucking piano? Oh, Jesus Christ, just lob it. Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, I have no idea why they call it fly tipping. Flies because it's rubbish and it might attract flies?
Maybe. I don't know. But nothing's tipped over.
No.
So I have absolutely no idea. This was way funnier when I first thought about it, and I probably should have put some more context into my notes to make it more. Do you know what I mean? But it's just the fact that to me, in my head, I just went the thought of just trying to tip a fly over, and that's why they fly around as fast as they can to get away from you.
I mean, if cow tipping's a thing, then fly tipping might as well be.
Who even think that's a good idea? Oh, do you know what? I'm really fucking bored. I've got to push a cow over just because I want to, because I can.
Why not? There's nothing fucking else to do about
What do you think the cow does? Don't they run like that anyway? Like there's fucking.
I don't know why your impression of a cow falling over really tickled me.
I think that's probably why we eat them because they're just like.
Don't put up any fight whatsoever. Just like okay.
And just stand there and eat. That's all they do. But then when you walk past, they'll just like fucking actively stare at you, don't they?
Oh,
that's
quite scary.
They're big fuckers.
Yeah.
They could probably fucking kill you if they had a brain cell. Yeah.
I remember they used to come home when they used to live in South Wales. They used to cycle home past the field of them. They always used to follow me. When I was going down the hill, I was like, this is really fucking scary. Like, if one breaks through, I'm dead.
They'd be fine because they don't run properly, do they?
That's true, but in my mind, in my head, it's like Indiana Jones. I was like, fuck!
Oh, with the boulder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a whole load of cows, just a big load of meat coming at you.
South Wales version of Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Chased by a cow.
Just a fucking boulder of them. Just a whole big boulder of beef. Yeah. Be
That
great.
needs to be the next Burger King burger. Get out a boulder of beef.
The beef boulder. It's actually a cylinder, an actual sphere. Is what I want, not cylinder. A sphere. And the bun's just like sat on top and underneath, like it's a bit
Pinned in place because it's in there, boys.
But then you'll find that there's a big like pad of grease in the middle that you don't realise. It's about 15,000 degrees, and you fucking bite into it like it happened to me years and years ago.
Yeah, me too. Right?
Yeah, I bought the quarter-pounder one, and I bit into it and exploded to my lip. My whole body literally went, and it was just I've never felt pain like it. Unbelievable.
Oh, not surprised. Not surprised. Oof. I had a thought the other day.
Holy shit! Oh fuck! Strap yourselves in, everyone.
This is what I actually meant to bring the other week. It's more of those. Do you remember this sort of thing? Because I saw it again, and I hadn't seen this in like since the fucking 2000s. I was at work, sat up in the main atrium, just watching the world go by. Do you remember in the 90s, the 2000s, that chavs had that like bopsy walk? I don't know how else to explain it. Like they had a permanent limp.
Oh, like the Penguins.
Yeah, like they do that. I can't do it.
They do it all the time. They do it now.
That's
never changed, I don't think.
Because I saw this guy and I was like, people still walk like this? That's actually still a thing.
Yeah, but they hold their dick at the same time, don't they?
Yeah, and where they're
I
trying
don't know if it's because they're trying to. I
to.
think it's because they're trying to find it, or if it's just something to latch onto for balance.
I was just watching it. I was like, how do people naturally walk like that? Surely they're putting that on.
I don't know, mate, because I'm not. I don't know.
Why? But were you ever? I don't know if it's just me being fucking weird. Were you ever able to do it?
So I find with my shoes, the heels disappear on the shoes. The heels like gets lower and lower. Like the heels just disappear on the shoes. So I'm like, I must walk like that.
Huh.
Like I'm skiing. It's weird. Like literally, the heels of my shoes have vanished, but the rest of the sole is still there.
So I kind of get this, but in a different part. I'm similar on the ball of my foot. I wear out all my trainers on the ball of my foot. I must walk really heavy on the ball of my foot, and not even know.
Yeah, you must walk like that then.
Yeah, I don't even realize I'm doing it.
Well, you're meant to walk like that, aren't you? Like it's like meant to be
Yeah.
the worm motion.
Yeah, it's not natural.
But I tend to walk on the heel for some reason. I'm looking at them now, and I can see like heels, like but it's always in one corner. It's never the whole thing. It's like just one corner, like edgy corner. It's like the right's on the left side, and the right's the left's on the opposite side of each.
Yeah.
That's an easy way to say it, rather than confusing the shit out of myself. I'll probably go to some equinal vortex and be like, left, right, up, down, 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 up, left, right, da, 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 da. That sort of thing. And I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I think they still do it now. I don't know if it's meant to be for like intimidation, but there's definitely no intimidation here.
I was just watching. I was like, "That's not natural," and I tried to copy it there and then, and I literally could not do it. I don't know how people walk like that.
Stop taking a piss at people with clubfoot.
Do you imagine that's what actually he's actually just left his hospital appointment? He's got clubfoot. You feel bad now, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
Feel guilty there.
I remember at Newfound Glory in 2006. No, 2009 at Wolverhampton Civic Hall, the Wolfram Hall. It was one of them. And this guy kept walking into me, and I was like, for fuck's sake. Like I was getting really annoyed. So I was a bit like, I went, mate, what the fuck? Turns out it's cerebral palsy. I didn't know.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I had no idea. So his mate came over and he went, I know you're annoyed, and I get it. He goes, but he's got cerebral palsy. He can't help it. I was like, oh, fuck, sorry. My bad. I was like, I was like, I'm sorry. It just, because he kept coming from behind me, and I was like, fucking hell, man. There was like loads of room, and I was just getting like, why are you walking into me? And now I know why.
Could the earth just please open up and swallow me whole? Right.
I have never, ever felt like such a prick in my entire life.
Fucking hell.
No, it just really pissed me off. But obviously, I was just trying to watch the show, and I kept getting walked into, and I was like, oh my god! But then obviously, yeah.
But understandable. Behind you weren't to know. It's fine.
Yeah, because I did it about 5 times. I was like going, oh my days! Like I'm gonna beat the shit out. I'm so pleased I didn't like react. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, Jesus, that would have been fucking awful.
Oh, yeah.
But it's time for Callum's Treachins.
Do you want to know something? Callum will be able to tell you in Callum's Treachings.
Is cereal soup?
Ooh.
Callum is back to treach the world, the nation, the universe, the world, the Milky Way, the galaxy, the Mars bar, the Snickers, and everything else. I wonder if that's where chocolate got its name from this one. Let's just use space. Fuck it.
Where's Neptune chocolate bar?
Apparently, it takes like 12 years to get there. Just saying. So imagine fucking traveling for 12 years.
No. I don't like traveling for 12 minutes.
I know you don't. 12 fucking years, man. So I'll be 50 by the time I got there.
Oh, no.
And it's 62 when I get home.
Oh, no.
Could you imagine I do it like flying all that way and then flying all the way back and not knowing what the fuck's been going on down here?
It'd be awful.
You get back and you go, where's Earth gone? Oh, yeah, that twat in charge of the States accidentally pressed the fucking button, didn't he? Accidentally. Prick. Anyway, what is Callum Treachers this week, Jamie?
It's convenient that water can't get cold enough to hurt us like drinking hot water would.
Whoa, okay. Bending the mind already, Callum, for fuck's sake. Do you know what, though? Obviously, when we were at Slam Dunk and we spoke to Tony from Defects, funnily enough, he mentioned about how he can only drink really fucking cold water, and I'm exactly the same. I can't do it lukewarm or whatever. Ugh, no. Absolutely not. Hot water's fine, but yeah, but I get his point. Like, why?
Yeah.
Unless you try and drink ice, I suppose. That's probably why it can't. That would fucking hurt you. It's a weapon.
It would hurt, but it's not going to damage you. People
well, it is.
People chew on ice all the time. Like, if
I came from behind you with a frozen bottle and smashed it over your head, I think you'd complain.
About drinking it, not fucking beating me to death with it.
But it still hurts you.
Yeah, I guess. But
is ingesting the only thing he mentioned there?
I don't know. Because I suppose if you lie in ice on snow for so long, you're going to get frostbite and burn. So yeah, I imagine so. So I took it.
Isn't it weird how the coldest of water can burn you and the hottest of water can also burn you?
I've always found that kind of weird.
Yeah, science is weird, like how the world works. I remember back in 2010, maybe around that time, might be 2009 again. Me and Rick went to the pigs. And he was so wasted, obviously being a Kiwi, being from New Zealand, they get drunk all the time. And it was literally, it snowed and there was ice everywhere. He took his top off and just led there. So he put ice on his nipples and then he was like, take photos of me. So I was like, all right, this is a weird kink. What's going on here?
I mean,
take pictures of me, you dirty bitch. Put ice on my nipples. Go fucking like ruin me. Fucking burn me with your ice, with your cold water. We don't get this in New Zealand, so know what it's fucking like.
I suppose he has a good point. It's like, what is this majesty?
Yeah. I don't know. But that just randomly came into my head. I think it's on my social media somewhere, like way back.
I mean, that's kind of amazing at the same time. But
is it?
Just the idea of ice on the outside of my nips just makes me feel a little bit of pain. Ooh.
Oh, all right. Not on the show, please, James. All right. Save it for later. Oh, Becca, can you put some fucking ice on me later? I fucking need a bit of that. Oh, I'll fucking sit on my face. Fucking hell, let's go. Anyway. But yeah, that's insane. But I feel that obviously they could both do the same thing, but you can't ingest frozen water with the cold. You would just eat it.
Yeah. I know some people do like eat crushed ice for some fucking reason. So,
I don't mind it.
I don't dislike it. It's just like, why would you want to eat ice? A bit weird.
I don't really know, unless your mouth was burnt, I suppose, after eating a big quarter-pounder burger with fucking grease in the middle and it burns your lips. I remember having to hold the cup in my lip and I just had to walk around with a massive frozen, and the water like was like bubbling at points. Like, for fuck's sake, and I had to go and change it.
Oh,
you could have cooked an egg on my face. Oh, I do like them sunny side up. They're perfect.
Oh,
Jamie, what else has Callum teaching us this week?
The first horse to ever be ridden must have been surprised.
Got a point.
Fuck's sake. You're right there, mate. What can I do for you? Why are you fucking sat on me? Oh, I don't like this. I'm going to run. I'm going to see I'll get fucking off me, you prick. Oh, this is fun, this. Bloody hell. I could make this a race or something. I wonder who even thought that was it. I reckon they must have been drunk.
More than likely.
And then realised they could actually make it. There's probably some like big historical story to this, where there's fucking here like, oh, I bet he had lots of liquids and he just was sick everywhere. I thought it was a really good idea to sit on it.
You see how fast they run, Dave? I bet I could sit on one of them. I'll get there before you.
And then the people that were literally couldn't afford horses went, I'll just get a donkey, fuck it. But we can only walk them on the beach. Nowhere else. You must never sit on a donkey anywhere other than the beach. For some random ass reason.
Yeah, it's one
Why?
of the all-time British traditions I've never understood.
I don't get it. Like, donkeys at the beach, like, well, what can I fucking eat? I can't eat this shit. You make glass from this shit. Why are you fucking walking on it?
Your fucking hooves are warm. Get them off.
Yeah, but yeah, I reckon it's just like, mine, do you mind just fucking getting off my back? I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're trying to attempt.
I bet the first thing they did was try and get the bastard off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I started running around trying to get rid of these there, like just fucking, oh, but yeah, if I had something to hold on to, I could fucking ride this. It'd be fun. I wonder if that was invented.
I don't know, because I know like native Indians rode horses, so it's got to be a fucking long time ago.
Did they?
I believe so.
Oh. I can't say I'm very well equipped to my horse knowledge.
It's like the oldest form of transportation, isn't it? Like horseback, so.
And they built the carriages to go after.
Yeah.
I bet they got so fucking sick of it. I wonder if horses ever called in sick. It's on the floor like, no, I can't. My legs are fucking. And that's probably why they shoot them now, because they're like, oh, well, obviously it's nearly no good, so now they have to fucking do it whether they like it or not.
You going to work today, Dave? Nah. Sorry.
Get out. I'm not going to show you ever again. I'll fucking do trees of blood by myself, thank you. Goodbye. Awful. Absolutely awful. I'm so disappointed. Like, fuck me.
He's not too bad. He's in a stable condition. Anyway.
Right, well. Yeah, off I go.
I doubled down on the shit joke. I couldn't resist.
I can't fucking be dealing with it. No, I've had enough. I don't even know why I'm trying to use the fucking headphones on. I can't even fucking hear you. Yeah, I know. Absolutely fucking pathetic. And look at me, fucking stare at it. I want to very quickly move on. I don't want any of this more of this shit.
That's fair. I don't blame you, to be honest.
And finally, Jamie, no shit dad jokes. What is Callum teaching us this week?
Raising your hand to knock on a door does nothing more than knocking on the door with your hand down by your side.
He's got a point. Why do we do that?
I don't know. You're wasting about 3 seconds of valuable seconds of your life there.
You really are. Does it make a different sound down there?
No. Why would it make a different sound?
I'm just trying to work it out.
Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. I don't know. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, what the fuck do you want? Can you stop playing fucking Beethoven's fucking Symphony 6 on my fucking door, please? But I knock like that. I'm a finger knocker.
Oh, you're a finger knocker.
Yeah, knuckle finger knocker. It's
Yeah,
like a Neanderthal.
Now I'm thinking about it. I think I do that as well, actually. Yeah.
It's like Neanderthal fucking, do you know what I mean? Can't be fucked, use my fist, fuck it, use my finger.
I'm trying to think of when to knock on people's door nowadays. And the next time I do that,
But no one does.
But I'm like, no, yeah.
No one does anymore. This is how people knock on doors now. I'm outside. Let me know when you're outside. Okay, I'm outside. I'm still outside your door. Because you don't knock. No, because you want me to call you so that I was outside.
Some of that, or you're walking up to the house and then you go, I can see you on the camera. Come in. The door's open.
My mum's obsessed with Ring doorbells.
I don't like them.
My sister's put them up. Like, my sister's got fucking insecurity, fucking security everywhere in her fucking house now.
Oh, yeah, I know, mate.
So you can see what the dog's doing. You can see what this is. And it's like, why? Then it's like, hello. Right, they can hear me through the camera.
I don't like that. What if I want to sit around in my pants? You better not fucking have me on camera. Not happening. No. No.
Switch off between 10 and 10:15. We'll have my business time. Oh,
business time. Why we turn the ring camera off, love? No reason. No reason at all. Just doing some business.
Why is their door handle all sticky? Just having my Jamie time. 15 minutes a day. I mean, 15 minutes for a wank is a fucking long ass time, dude. Do you know what I mean? I probably should be about 6 seconds. That's the other thing, though. People that brag about banging for ages. What? That must be fucking. You'd be knackered. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I could fuck for hours, mate. No, you can't. Like, come on. No one wants that. You're going to be in pain. They're going to be in fucking sore, man. Like, what's wrong with you?
Oh, she couldn't work for weeks afterwards. Yeah, because she couldn't move her hips anymore, you twat.
Just like, or they couldn't, or he couldn't, or whoever couldn't. Do you know what I mean? They're just, yeah, like, no one wants that. I mean, it's fucking great, but no one needs it for hours on end. No. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, Jesus. Fucking countdown's on a bit. I want to watch that. Do you know what I mean? I think we're talking about doorbells, aren't we?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. Still, yeah, absolutely not.
I'm going to make a conscious effort now. Next time I need to knock on a door to do that instead. And just see if it feels as natural. I don't know what I'm doing.
You can literally have your arm just swing your arm forward, couldn't you?
Yeah. Well, you don't need to lift your arm. Yes, I really need to stop doing that. It just looks weird.
But still, Callum, mate, thank you. Thank you ever so much. Appreciate you as always with your absolutely wonderful treatures. We appreciate your time, my friend, every single time. Jamie, I suppose we should really fucking get into the weekend that we just had.
I think we definitely
You know what I mean? So, massive thank you to Slam Dunk Festival, to This Is Gala PR, and to Alex Sutton, and for everyone that we saw. It was just amazing to be back amongst peers, friends, acquaintances, and everyone that we get to work with in the festival realm, and just get to be at Slam Dunk Festival more than anything else was also just fucking sick in itself. It was absolutely amazing. Absolutely. It literally felt like we got there, blinked, and it was done.
It went so damn fast. I thought, all right, we've got 9 interviews to do. They're kind of back to back. Oh, it's going to take up most of that. I was like, oh, well, they're all done. Okay, we started the first one and now we've done all 9. Where the fuck did that time go?
I'm also gutted because Newfound Glory played my 2 favourite songs first, and I missed
them. Did you miss them?
Yeah, because we went all downhill from here, and Understatement.
Oh,
yeah, but it's fine. It is what it is. We do it for the love, don't we? We do it for the love of what we do. So getting to sit and chat with the Defects boys, which was incredible, absolutely incredible. Obviously Jesse and Alan from Dream State as well. We got to sit with Grey Wind, Lake Malice, Rain City Drive, Zebrahead was also fucking sick. Just everyone we got to sit and chat to was absolutely amazing, and it was just nice. I feel like we're part of the family now. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just great to see Ollie. It was great to see John. It was great to see the Sapling boys. It was great to see Mark, and Holly, Haley, everybody that's there. Hannah. There's too many people to mention. There's too many. Jasmine,
everyone. Yeah.
Kirsten, it was just great. So very, very excited going forward. Hopefully for Trees and hopefully for Bloodstock as well. So everything crossed. But a huge thank you for allowing us to grace the halls of Hatfield. For the first time ever. That train was fucking rammed.
It really was.
And obviously going on championship playoff final football as well with all the Sunderland, all the Sheffield United fans everywhere was insane. So,
but it was going on in London that weekend.
Yeah, there was loads going on.
Yeah.
It was great, man. So much fun.
What a day. And we actually got to go and watch a few bands as well, which was amazing because we don't normally give ourselves time to do that. So actually got to enjoy a bit of the festival itself as well. Starting your day with Defects, is there a better way to start the day? Like, fucking phenomenal. Absolutely.
You say it's so cockney then. Starting down Defects, mate. It was a great way to start the day. You know what I'm saying?
Mate, phenomenal, geezer.
Fucking brilliant. Follow my Dream State, mate. We're fucking having a right giggle. Right fucking giggle, son.
I went there for one day and blended in. What happens is why I don't leave Birmingham, because I'm a chameleon to where I am.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I can't say I blame you, to be honest with you. I can't say I blame you. Jamie, how are you?
I'm good, my friend. I'm a little bit tired. Been a busy day, but yeah, I'm good. How about
what have you been doing?
I had a family day out today. We figured it's half term, so we thought we'd have a family day. I went to Cannon Hill Park, went to the nature park, and then had a walk around, played a bit of mini golf, got some ice cream.
What's it got? One fucking zebra?
There's got shitloads there. It's massive.
Oh.
Red pandas, rheas, lynx cats.
Why are they all located in the Midlands?
I don't know.
That's such a weird place to put them. I suppose North's way too fucking cold, I imagine.
It's a really odd place because it's literally just on the main Bristol Road. It's such a weird place to have it, but it's been there since like before when I was a kid.
I love that. So I was talking to Matt last week, and we were talking about people that are like, so basically, I buy a BP garage down Gunnersbury Road. I'll be taking that left on the A426. You know what I mean? No. You just did it then. Oh, it's just down the main Bristol Road. Oh, great. Yeah, that sounds great. I know exactly where that is. Why do people do that?
Point, yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So I was to the left of by Sainsbury's, on the A26494, and I'll hit the B road, and I won't be about 15 minutes. I'm going to take that slight left, and I'll hit your street. Will you?
Okay, you got a point. Yeah, okay. But
no clue.
The Bristol Road is a busy main road, right? It goes straight to town. It's a busy road. But yeah, it's a weird place to put it because you're going down that road, going past the fucking drive-through Costa and past a Lidl and all that sort of shit, and it's suddenly like, oh look, there's birds. What? It's really odd, but it's great. I haven't been there for years, but one of mine and Becky's first dates was to go there. That's how long it's been since we've been there.
Oh wow!
So yeah, no, really good day out. It was good fun.
Nice, man.
I like seeing lots of animals. Although I thought there was a sloth there and there wasn't, so I was a little bit disappointed.
I'm not a big fan of keeping animals in captivity myself.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? So I don't agree with it. It's nice that we get to see them and experience, but it's not in their natural habitat and that sort of thing. Keeping lions caged up, and it's not fair.
No, I know. It's a bit. I always feel a bit weird. It's like I'm never going to get to see these animals otherwise. So it's amazing to be able to see it, but then there is that thing in the back of your mind, like there's probably a reason for that. Really, we shouldn't be here. It's like it's cool for the kids to be able to see them. So yeah, it is.
The one part I do agree with is if they're endangered.
A lot of these ones are. They all
and then you're trying if they're breeding or whatever. That I get.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with like giraffes and elephants in the middle of fucking England. Like, what are you doing to them?
Yeah, a lot of these animals are. It literally says like where they are on the endangered species list, like on all the little placard things. So there is a lot of that going on as well. But yeah, it was a good day out. Been quite busy. What about you? How are you?
I'm knackered, man. was work's been hefty because whenever it gets to around payday, end of the month, it's always insane.
Yeah.
So everyone's got the same idea, and with it being half term as well, it's just like fuck's sake. But I'm entering my final week in London next week. It's weird, man. It's such a weird. Like I just didn't think this would be happening for starters, especially not so early on in being here. I thought I'd be coming here to settle and do shit. You know what I mean? But sadly, life has not worked out that way. Bigger and better things on the horizon. Getting to be closer to my girl for starters. That's the one thing that I'm really looking forward to. Getting back into like a town life, but it's not fucking Cheltenham, which is going to be really fucking lovely. Getting to meet loads of new people, do a whole new, and just start all over again. But I'm really fucking hoping this time. I'm really fucking hoping this time is where I put my flag in the ground and go, wonderful, I'm here for years.
Hey, you're still not that far from London. You still get to enjoy.
No, exactly. But that's another reason why I didn't want to go too far out. I can still come back, go to gigs, go to shows, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? So, and Southampton's not too far either. So I'll Reading. So I've got the combinations of a few that were around and that sort of thing, which would be fairly decent. Funnily enough, On The Cinder are playing Reading on the 18th of July, and I'm off on the 19th of July. So absolutely wonderful. Yeah, that's right. I've got a rota 3 months ahead. What are you going to do about it? I got my rota for next week today. That's all I could say about that. But yeah, man, I'm good. I'm just packing, getting ready for a brand new chapter again. So, what's been going on with you, my friend?
It's been pretty busy, to be honest. Obviously, before we embarked onto the slam dunk, I did a bit of Rihanna, not too much. I did it a couple of days since our last recording. We obviously had slam dunk, which was fucking amazing. The following day, I came back and went to a wedding reception on the evening. So I literally got back, got the kids sorted, came home, got ready, and went back out again. So I was fucked. We got to the wedding reception. I was like, I'd like to sleep now. But no, it was great. It was a little independent brewery place. So it was really some quite different. Yeah. But yeah, it was lovely. Got to hang around with Vicky and Griff, and seeing the bride Sam, bride Sarah rather, and her husband Sam. Probably the way around. First time I've actually met her husband, but there we are. Yeah.
Okay.
Lovely day, really nice evening. They had a close-up magician doing the rounds, which was really different. Never had that at a wedding before. Now, Becky was saying that I was more entertaining the magician because of my face. I think I just revert to like a childlike state when magic's around me because I just love it so much. Is why I fucking love talking to them when we can on here. Like, it's just amazing. It's like, how they do it. It's sleight of hand and stuff like that, but you also don't know how they do it, and it absolutely blows your mind. Like, he said to me, like, put this ball in your hand. So I did. And he's like, did this thing, and then I opened my hand, there was 2 balls there. And I was like, how the fuck did you do that? Like, and he's like, got us all to say like 3-digit numbers when we're putting in calculations on our phone. And he held his phone upside down. He said to this little girl, right, just do that on my phone to type a few numbers. And he's like, right, and then times the number we got there by this number. And he's like, right, and he went, that number then. He went, that's today's date and the time right now. I was like, fucking hell it is. How the hell did you do that? Like, I was blown away. And he kept coming around like 3 times he came around. I was like, I don't know how you're doing this. I'm too tired. I don't understand this. This is amazing, but you're making my head explode. So yeah, I fucking love magic. That was great. What else did we do? I had the kids come stay for a couple of nights, which was nice. We went to town, which was a complete fucking disaster. But we still had fun. The plan was to get to town, go to the museum because they've just redone it all. Go there. Lena wanted to buy something from this one shop, and then we'll go get some lunch. So we got to town, went to the shop. They've stopped selling the thing that she wanted to buy because apparently adults were getting into fist fights over them.
This is Pokemon cards.
Labubu's, they're called.
What the fuck is that?
It's like a little collectible teddy thing.
Right.
And apparently they've been getting into fist fights in the shop because they're that collectible, and this is the only shop in Birmingham that sells them. So like, because people are fighting over these, we stopped selling them.
Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Fandoms are wild, man.
Bonkers, isn't it? Because we got there and Lena was like, oh, we got the Labubus. You're like, no, we stopped selling them. We're bringing them back in a couple of months. Like, oh, that's weird. So when we went outside, she got her phone out and Googled it. She was like, why are they not selling them? She's like, people were fighting in the shop over them, Dad. I was like, what the fuck? Over in it's like that big and a little teddy, like 15 quid, I think it is. Bonkers. So then the fucking heavens opened Rained down. Lena didn't bring a coat, so me being me, decided to give her my coat. So I was drenched through. Got to the museum, wasn't open. Doesn't open between Wednesdays and Sundays. We thought it'd be open Monday to Friday, school holidays. Probably should have checked, but you naturally assume. So yeah, it all just went completely fucking wrong. But we went and had lunch, and lunch was really nice. So that's that was one benefit of work. Yeah, that bit panned out. But yeah, other than that, it was lovely having them all stay and whatnot. And then today went to nature reserve, like I said, played mini golf. I got my ass whooped. I came in last place. Even the kid beat me. And we did an interview last night, and here we are.
Wonderful.
What about you? What have you been up to?
Rihanna in my fucking arse off. I'll tell you that right now. Obviously went to Slam Dunk and saw my favourite band in the whole entire world, A Day to Remember headline, which was unbelievable.
That was lovely to watch.
My voice hurt so much after. Fuck. And then I went to Kelly's on Sunday because you got me up really fucking early again on Sunday.
Me?
You had to go. And I thought, well, I might as well go with you. Otherwise, I won't fucking get up. Because you had to leave to go to get your coach at 10. So I got with you and I got my coach at 9:15. I was very happy. And got to Kelly's for 10 to 10. And then we sat and did nothing all day. And it was unbelievable. And obviously I forgot my keys in the evening. Sorry, babe. So I think we watched Britain's Got Talent again. Really good the final semi-final. Nothing to blow your mind though. To be honest, there's nothing that made me go. There was a singer who did oh my god, what song did it was out of this world. He did Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You for his audition, and I was there going, is Whitney alive? It was insane. And he came third, and I was like, I'm livid. Absolutely livid. If that guitarist kid wins, I'm going to destroy my TV. No, I'm not really.
I was going to say, is the kid guitarist still in it?
He's in the final, isn't he? The final's this weekend. I'm just like, please don't.
Is he that bad? You've got a serious vendetta against this kid.
Because he's just playing the guitar. It's not. He's 11, right? And he's just gone viral. That's the only reason he's fucking in it, I believe. He can't win. There's so much good shit in there. And then watch Genius Game again, and I fucking love that game show. No one likes it. Apparently, it's getting really bad reviews, but David Tennant's a fucking amazing host. And if you pay attention to it, like if you actually like, it's really good. And this week they have to betray each other, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be sick. They have to fuck each other over, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be great. Really entertaining. I don't think Kelly likes one person in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really funny. What else did we do? And then I watched Nottingham Forest Chelsea. So I watched, obviously, it's the final of the Premier League on Sunday. Nottingham Forest Chelsea was whoever won was in the Champions League. I think Forest needed Newcastle and Villa to lose, which they did. And if Forest had won, they would have gone to the Champions League. But anyway, so oh my god, I've got another story in a minute. And then it just comes to my mind. And then we were cleaning out Kelly's under her bed. And then I saw a news story. Bonnie Blue got kicked out of the City ground at Forest Chelsea for trying sexual acts in the crowd.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she got booted out.
What the fuck was she doing?
I don't know. I just saw the story that she got kicked out. She got escorted out.
Okay.
In a Chelsea kit.
She's the woman that slept with like 1,000 dudes in one day.
Yeah. That's trying to... I don't know. But anyway, she got escorted out the ground on the last day of the season. Which brings me back to Saturday. Now, obviously, we were at Slam Dunk Festival. So I didn't get the chance to actually watch the Scottish Cup final between Aberdeen and Celtic. My hometown played in the Scottish Cup final on Saturday. The kickoff was at 3:00, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to watch this at Slam Dunk. I'm just going to have to bear with and read the results. Now, as you know, it was 1-0 to Celtic at halftime, and I was like, oh, fucking hell, here we go.
Yes.
I was like, well, there's no point in looking at that. So I didn't look at it. And then I got a text off Martin being like, go Aberdeen with Willie with Simpsons. That's that clip. I don't know if you remember that episode where he's just asleep on the rake and he just goes, go Aberdeen! And he falls asleep again.
Go Aberdeen!
And basically we'd equalised and it was 1-1 and it had gone to penalties. And we fucking won on penalties. And we've now entered Europe for next season. And I'm like, oh my shitting God. So I'm going to re-register for my fan account I used to have because my points tally that I've accumulated should hit me into the 200s, which means I can go to some European games if I want to. Kelly's going to be sitting there going, fucking hell, I'm not going to watch football live. But my brother-in-law was like, we need to go to a game. And now we're in Europe for next season. I'm like, we absolutely have to go to a game. I'm not a big fan of football fans at all, but to go back to my hometown for the first time since I left 7 years ago would be insane, man. Just to be back in my hometown. Yeah, it has to be done. It has to be done. So I'm really excited about that. I watched the highlights back, and even though I knew the results, even though I'd seen it all, I watched the highlights and I was still losing my fucking mind watching the highlights. Like, absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. While Kelly went to pick her brother up from the train station, I was just watching it going, oh, I was losing my shit. And it's weird because I don't like spoilers. When I know results of shit, I'd get a bit like, oh yeah, cool. Because I know it. It's like, why am I getting excited? But watching my home, it was amazing. And what was even better was going back and watching the predictions from the Celtic fans before the game, going, Paul, we should be about 6-0 up by half time. And you're like, really? 6-0? Are you sure about that? They got way too fucking arrogant. They got way too complacent. Oh, it'll be a walkover, it'll be fine. It's going to be a breeze.
No, it wasn't.
I was almost 3 the last time we won a trophy.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, 35 years have waited for this. Unreal. Unfucking real. So I'm really looking forward to seeing who we're going to get in the qualifiers in August. Because bring it the fuck on. Bring it the fuck on. I'm so buzzing for this season coming. And it's just fucking ended the last, you know what I mean? So I'm going to reselect back to my fan because you get free shit every year as well. So get me some free shit. Yeah. So Rihanna in. I was with Kelly all day Sunday. Monday, I had to go to work. Bank holiday, so I did that Monday. Rihanna in. So yesterday, I caught up with all of AEW, and literally on my TV right now is the Double or Nothing buy-in. I'm just about to start Double or Nothing. I'm really excited. I've not seen the spoilers, but my social media has tried so hard to ruin it for me. So I'm really, really looking forward to it. And after I watched Hangman and Will Ospreay's promo when they had the beers, fuck, I'm so excited to watch it. So excited to watch it. And a big
doing as soon as it's done.
Well, I'm playing with Kelly. I know, but there's a big part of me that's like, I really want Hangman to win. I just really want. I don't know why. I thought I'd be going for the homeboy. You know what I mean? But
isn't there history there though? I feel like I remember Hangman and Moxley having a big feud like at the start of AEW.
Yeah, don't spoil it for me. But yeah, okay, good. After watching that promo, I was like, oh my God, for the first time in wrestling history, I'm actually torn. Like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, I
love those moments.
Yeah, I was there watching it going, this promo's fucking insane. Like, it's so good. Like, Ospreay is losing his shit, and then you go right at the end going, that's one of the fucking best in the world, bro. And you're like, whoa! Like, just feeling the rush, like, this is going to be epic. So good, and I really want Jamie Hayter to beat Mercedes. So, you know, it's just, I love Hayter though. Oh,
I was going to say you'd like her to win everything.
I'd love Jamie Hayter. So yeah, I'm actually really, really excited for the event. So I'll probably get that watched. No, I can't watch it tomorrow. I'll watch it at some point over the weekend. Because I was a Baby Metal tomorrow night. So sorry, mate. Sorry. I know you really want to come. But you get to go on a big fucking boat.
Yeah, I'd rather Baby Metal.
Okay, fair.
No, not really.
Fair enough. It's out there for the world to hear now. And we did, like you said, do a wonderful interview last night.
Yes, we did.
I love my sports, man. And before we move on, I'm so fucking gutted. Scotland versus New Zealand in the Autumn Nations sold out yesterday. Sold out on Tuesday.
Oh.
I got paid on Wednesday.
Oh.
I was like, motherfucker. The one game I really wanted to go to in November at Murrayfield against the All Blacks, and it sold out.
Oh.
But of course it was going to. Apparently it's record, like, sales and everything. It's just... Yeah, I'm absolutely gutted, but it is what it is. And what I'm going to do is wait for Viagogo probably about October time and see if anyone's selling up.
I was going to say, see if people are doing resales.
Yeah. Then I want to go to the Argentina game as well, which is the week after. So that's 2 flights, which is fine. It'd be grand. It'd be fucking grandioso, my friend.
Grandioso. Good word.
Sorry, I just talked at you for fucking ages there. Like, spilled out of me.
It was your turn to catch up. It's fine.
But I believe we're all caught up, Jamie.
We are indeed, my friend.
Let's bring in Single of the Week.
Oh, yes. I think I went first last week, so you can go
After
first.
you, sir.
Oh, okay. I'll go first then. This was tough this week. I have my single of the week and I have 2 special shout-outs because this was tough.
Ooh.
My 2 special shout-outs are Electric Callboy with their new single, Reverie.
Yeah.
Very good, but very different from what we're used to from them. Absolutely fucking loved
Which
it.
we saw at the weekend.
We did. Then it is Nick Nocturnal featuring Danny Winterbates from Barry
Yes,
Morrow
that's
with their single I Return.
That's also unbelievable.
Oh,
Yeah.
Danny's vocal on that. Oh, but I thought I'd bring something a bit different because it seems like every week we go metal band, metal band, metal band, metal band. So I thought this week I'm going to bring something a little bit different, and I'm going to bring the new single by Pendulum called "Save the Cat." I probably like this one so much because the wife won't stop fucking listening to it, to be fair. So I've heard it about 15 times now. But yeah, it is really good. Plus, any song that has literally a cat's meow and then goes into like a drum and bass breakdown, superb. It's brilliant. It's really, there's screaming in it as well. Like, it's just a really fucking good song. So I recommend everyone go check out Save the Cat by Pendulum. And those other 2, because they're also really good. But yeah, Pendulum.
Nice. Well, I stayed in the metal area. I stayed in the metal thing this week, but was absolutely blown away by this. So obviously, I Prevail let their singer left the band, 2-3 weeks ago, maybe, and basically have released this brand new single called Violent Nature, where they've gone, well, you enjoyed all the metalcore stuff, the nice singy parts. Now have some deathcore. And just absolutely destroy you the whole way through. It's unbelievable though. But fuck me, his vocals are insane, and he just absolutely melts every single face that listens to it.
That's fucking awesome.
So it's brutal as fuck. And I was going, I'm really loving this. So I Prevail have come back, full head of steam, fucking full force, smash mouth, kicking you straight in the fucking ghoulies.
Ghoulies,
yeah.
Great word.
I mean. So I Prevail's brand new single, Violent Nature. Get it in your ears right now. Especially if you love just destroying shit, throwing your arms around and breaking everything in sight.
I wonder if that means they're going to stick with this realm now, or they will just bring a new singer in and have gone, in the meantime.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Who fucking knows, son?
Makes you wonder.
It does. So I have to wait and see. But yes, some wonderful choices this week.
Absolutely. That playlist is looking better than better.
Oh, Jamie.
Yes.
It's time for Tom's Journal.
Ooh.
And welcome to another edition of Tom's Journal.
Jamie.
Yes, Mr. Steve.
I don't want an adult anymore. I don't even want a human. I just want to goat. I want to jump around randomly, eat what I want, and headbutt anyone who annoys me.
I like this. And I love goats, so I'm definitely on board with this idea. 100%.
Nobody. My Apple Watch. Why don't you try and move and say, you piece of shit?
Does it actually say things like that?
No. Mine goes, time to stand. Like, thanks.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Down too long. Move.
Yeah. Don't join in.
Okay.
And then I saw her face. Now I believe in Joe Hendry. Or whatever Smash Mouth said.
Kelly does not approve this message.
Who?
But Kelly does not approve this.
Oh, I thought it was Kaylee for a second. That's why I was like, who the fuck's that? Yeah. No, she never approves that fucking message. She will one day.
One day.
She will fucking one day. Wait till we live together. She's got no choice then. If drinking energy drinks causes short-term memory loss, just imagine what drinking energy drinks could do.
So fucking dumb. Fuck's sake, that's so fucking stupid.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate you. Heartwarming story for you, James. This little Filipino girl at the age of 11 couldn't afford a pair of running shoes for her school race, so she made them herself, using plastic and tape, and even drew a Nike logo on it. After her story went completely viral, Nike's CEO travelled all the way to the Philippines and visited her in person in order to sue her $200,000 claiming copyright infringement.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me in the fucking slightest.
Oh,
can you imagine if that was true? It would be so.
Oh, dude, it would be disgusting at the same time. Do you know what I mean? But I just thought that'd be hilarious. Automatic email reply. Hi, I'm out of the office enjoying my life. I really hope this place burns to the ground in my absence. If I don't stumble into a giant pile of money, I will return on date to deal with whatever nonsensical bullshit you're emailing me about.
Oh, God. That is the dream to us put that as an out of office.
Yeah, tell me, right? That'd be so good. Not that I have out of
beautiful.
offices, but still. Me to my son. Hey, buddy, don't jump on the back of the couch. You're going to hurt yourself. My toddler. But I'm a peacock, Dad. You got to let me fly.
I could easily say a child sign.
Yes.
Easily say a child sign.
I love this entry. Because it just makes me, whoever did this, I'm so proud of them. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Life's a real funny thing, Jamie. 13 years ago, a teacher made me cry on a school trip. Today, I rejected their mortgage application. Swings and roundabouts.
Mwah. Beautiful.
So good.
Beautiful.
Want to make me cry, do you, fucker? No house for you.
I'd love to be able to get petty revenge and shit like that. Oh,
yeah, so good.
Beautiful.
I remember when my maths teacher told me I'd failed my GCSEs. That I didn't fail my GCSEs. She went, I told you you'd pass. I went, no, you fucking didn't.
What?
You didn't believe in me.
What a dick.
I know.
Oh.
So I think you might appreciate this. I didn't find this massively funny, but I thought you'd like it.
Okay.
The funniest thing that's ever happened to me as a parent is once my 2-year-old was having a full-on meltdown and accidentally kicked an electronic toy dinosaur, to which it went, "Can you feed me?" And my son, through massive sobs, goes, "No, I can't right now, dinosaur," and continue to scream.
So adorably cute and hilarious. I do not have time for responsibilities right now.
Yeah. This is also genius.
Okay.
GCSEs, I've lied on my CV for the last 10 years and not one fucker has checked them. B in maths? Yeah, right. I can't even count to B.
This is a really fucking good point. I applied for a job a few months ago and they didn't accept me because I didn't get a C or above in English, I think it was. Why didn't I just fucking lie?
Exactly.
They're not going to check.
No.
I'm lying next time. Fuck it. But
hopefully they don't watch the show.
Hopefully not, no.
Yeah. But fuck it. Yeah, exactly. I forever I'll be doing the same thing.
Yeah, why the... Oh, fuck it. I'm an A-star student.
Yeah. Or what is it? One or whatever it is now. 9 or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
What it is now.
I'm not usually the type to get jealous over other people's weddings. But I saw a girl on Reels say she's incentivized people to RSVP by making the order in which people RSVP their order to get up and get dinner. And I am being driven to insanity by how fucking genius this is.
It's fucking gold.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. That is smart.
I thought you'd really enjoy that.
I like that.
I also think you'll really fucking enjoy this. A pun enters a room and kills 10 people. Pun in, 10 dead. Just for you, mate. You love a fucking pun.
You almost fucking walked out on the show early because of the pun I made, for Christ's sake.
Well, that was for you. That was specifically just for you. All right? Fucking hell. Doctor, so have you been tested for ADHD before? Me thinking about what my entrance music would be if I was a wrestler. You've got a really nice office.
fact I've had that thought and conversation in my own head before. It really alarms me for this. I'm not gonna lie.
And finally, whoever named it Seaman instead of Dickwood really missed out on that one.
Oh, that's wrong. Oh, that's so wrong.
Dickwood's fucking fantastic because that was another edition of Tom's Journal.
Fucking super. Oh, fucking hell. Dickwood. Weirdly enough, relating to that, I actually have a bit of sort of feedback from last week's journal involving that. I went to see the kids last week, and I was helping Sam go through some stuff, and Sam and Harrison go through stuff in the room. And one of them had a keyring that was sperm, which I thought was, I don't know, which is fucking hilarious. But I mentioned that that journal entry you brought up last week, being a parent is keeping cum as a pet.
Yeah.
Harrison didn't even hesitate. Just obviously everyone knows Harrison isn't my biological son. But to me, he's my son. To me, him, I'm his dad, but biologically, not his dad. Without a shadow of a doubt, blink, just looked at me and went, does that make me a sheltered pet? I fucking say, bravo. So yeah, I have a shelter dog.
There you go.
Fucking bravo, my boy. I'm so proud. So proud.
It's about getting into schools and talking to young people because, you know, I know that people can change. And it's about talking to people and getting them to understand and perhaps step back from violence and prejudice and whatever. And we just need to work together and keep on the good fight there.
Absolutely. Hey there, guys. We are ecstatically happy to announce that we are associated with the Sophie Lancaster Foundation.
The times are changing, and with the unfortunate death of Sophie, those changes have made a massive impact for the future. If Sophie was with us still today, I can guarantee what you are doing will still be reaching so many lives of young teenagers, young adults, and those who wish to be as different as possible. So thank you very much.
To find out more about this incredible foundation and all the work they do, and more importantly, how you can help, head on over to www.sophielancasterfoundation.com. Mr. Stevens.
Nice, proud. I'm very proud. I believe in a thing called Jamie. Just participate in this challenge. I think it's told Jamie. Let's all participate in the challenge. I believe in a thing called Jamie. Participate. Bitch.
And it will be audience participation time. There you go. How was that? Did I get that right?
That's fine.
Okay. No, then.
It is what it is. We'll leave it there. All
No,
right.
then.
You tried, and that's the main thing.
I tried.
All right?
I thought the start bit. I didn't think of the bit afterwards.
Do you want a participation medal? Or
Yeah, why not? Do you want a biscuit?
I did the exact same thing. Now let's all participate in Jamie's challenge. Are you coming and participate? Little motherfucker, he's a little bitch anyway. Ooh, participate.
I really hope the microphone picked that up. God, fucking gold.
I'm pleased you enjoyed. Otherwise, it's going to be you going.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to participate in Jamie's participation challenge. This week, I said, we've all had those moments in life that make us red in the face, but we've got to laugh at ourselves, right? So this week, we're asking, what's an embarrassing moment in your life that you can just look back at now and laugh?
Oh my God. I should have actually, I think I thought of an answer, but I've completely forgotten what it is. I do want to give, okay, so this is not my story, this is my sister.
Okay.
So my sister Kate, my brother is a huge System of a Down fan, and Serge Tankian was doing a solo show, solo tour. I think it was Bristol, but basically the bassist that Serge had took a shine to my sister. Okay.
Okay.
So he basically gave her a backstage pass, or I think they said wait around or something for afterwards. So my brother got to meet Serge. So they met Serge Tankian. They were talking about star signs, all that sort of thing. This time about star signs. So they were chatting away. I don't. My sister Kate, we could sometimes call her Barbie because she just comes up with the most randomest shit or doesn't listen to what's been said and will say something completely random. Anyway, so they were talking about star signs. Serge turns to her and he goes, "Oh, so what star sign are you?" And she goes, 18. Oh, of all the moments, of all the people you could have said that to.
Oh.
Absolutely superb. What an absolutely superb. I love that story.
That's fucking gold.
My other sister applied for a Tesco club card when phones weren't a thing. You had to write the little forms out. So she filled the form out, sent the form away. The form came back with her name, Flumina Stuvena. So she, every now and again, will get called Flumina Stuvena every now and again. Her name's Emily. I don't know where Flumina came from, but that's what they've written on the card.
I assume that's not what she'd written on the application.
No. So I don't know what's happened there. If it was in like ballpoint pen, it's smudged when she sent it in or something. Fucking excellent. It was so Flumina Stuvena. Those are two excellent stories. What's yours?
I was going to say, I struggled to think of one for this, to be honest with you. That's because most things that we've discussed on this show before.
Yeah.
Like people finding out that I walked around with a picture of Jet in my sock. That's got to be up there, to be fair. I'll be honest, I can't think of one.
I couldn't either.
I couldn't think of anything that we haven't already discussed on this show. I'll probably have something come to me. Yeah, nothing off the top of my head. Annoying. Can we get some audience answers then instead?
Let's do it.
So Ben from Absolute Bedlam says, I remember drinking paint through a straw as a kid when I was in school. I was supposed to suck it up halfway and then blow it onto a piece of paper. But apparently I had other plans. Oh!
Did he swallow?
Well, he didn't say, but I'm going to guess so.
Oh, grim.
Simon Mitchell, breaking my elbow, the result of trying to kick a bus stop roof outside McDonald's in the middle of town.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I've seen the scar for that. It's nasty.
Yeah.
Why would you try and kick the roof of a bus stop? I know he's tall.
He's taller than me. He's bigger than me. He's like 6'5", I think. 6'6".
Tall enough to kick the fucking roof of a bus stop.
Oh, yeah, fair point. Yeah.
Apparently so, because it went horribly wrong and broke his elbow. Kelly Cleaton, this really made me fucking laugh. I do apologise profusely, but...
So, before you read this out, she texted me and said, shall I tell my hair extensions story? She's got loads. Obviously, the Bruce Forsyth falling in the pothole thing. There's that one as well. She's got millions.
God, yes.
And she was like, shall I tell the hair extension story? I was like, yes, please.
So, Kelly Cleaton, getting my hair stuck in the train door and having to stand there until the next stop with everyone laughing at me.
Because her friend started running up and down the carriage going, my friend's got her hair stuck. Can anyone help? Can anyone help? And they wouldn't open the doors. Oh, that
bastard should stand there and laugh at her. But I suppose if her friend's doing that, I'd probably laugh, to be fair. But yeah, I get it. Ashley Wilson, marrying my ex.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
Go on, Ashley. Go on, Ashley. Love it.
Jake Smith, one moment. You mean my whole life?
Oh, that's just sad.
I know, right?
Oh, I mean, there's no need for that extremity, you know what I mean?
We love Jake. It's fine. Gemma Williams, how long have you got? Most of mine involve Most of mine involve alcohol and falling down. But here's one. There was this time when I tried to step over a stool whilst drunk and landed face forward into a random man's lap.
Ah!
How'd you get out of that one? That's just...
Yeah. Gave him his first blowjob. Finally, you've taken one piece of me I've been shaken rid of for years.
Another one, I was sober this time. I just finished in the loo, walking back to my desk in a packed office when my skirt decided to fall down to my ankles. Luckily, I was wearing leggings underneath, but it was still embarrassing.
Jesus Christ.
Could you imagine?
That reminded me of working in Morrison's when I was putting fruit and veg out and I bent over, my whole trousers went right up in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of reminds me of a moment. Luckily, no one else knew. So I can't say it was an embarrassing moment, just a scary moment. The one time in my life I decided to go commando, I ripped my jeans right at the crotch.
No, dude.
I had to get home. I sat at the back of the bus, my legs as tightly closed together as possible, holding the two pieces of fabric together. I was like, oh, why? Never again. Never again in my whole life will I ever go commando. Thanks to that. Fucking hell. Oh, scary times. Scary times. My mother, Debbie Myatt, gets involved. Not embarrassing for me, but probably when your dad fainted in the delivery room when you were being born. Yeah, when I was being born, my dad decided to faint, hit his head off a trolley of utensils. That's taken to A&E. He got back minutes before I was born.
Oh.
Get it. Joe Smith. Too many to choose from, but probably farting in the range. A man looked round the plinth fender in horror and then he ran away.
Brilliant.
And in fact, he ran away. She didn't run away.
You always got to think, right? It's always those moments where you think, I think I'm safe. I'm going to let this go. And as you let it go, 15 people come around the corner and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. And it's always the eggiest, smelliest ever released out of your body ever.
Fucking great. Heather Downer, I got attacked by a duck at the Lancaster York Roses sports tournament. I was there to play lacrosse. I was watching the rugby and said how cute a duck was in front of me. Then it flew at me and literally chased me down the side of the pitch. Full sprint.
Love that.
Foxy Mona on TikTok. When I was 3, my parents took me to a funeral and I shouted out, Daddy, what's in the box?
Oh.
Apparently, everyone tried so hard not to laugh.
Oh, that just reminded me of one of my most embarrassing moments.
Oh, okay.
With my sister Grace. I think I've already told this story. She must have been about 3, 4, 5. I took her to the library as a Rastafarian was walking towards us the other way when we were walking towards the library. And she went, Tommy, why is that man made of chocolate? And he just went, he looked at me and I went, oh my fucking God. I was like, he's not, Grace. He is a black man. There are other people that are different skin. And he went, don't worry about it, me child. And he was lush. He was so fucking lovely. And he goes, honestly, brother, do not worry about it. And I was like, thank fucking God. Like my heart.
So badly.
Dude, I was just like, oh, fuck. But he was one of the loveliest people ever. So nice. He laughed loads. I was like, oh, thank fuck.
You remind me of a story from when I was a kid my mum likes to tell as well. We're walking home, I assume, and one of my teachers is coming towards us. I must have been about 3 or 4. And I go, Mum, that's my teacher there. That's my teacher. Which one? That one, the big fat one. Good. Hi, Jamie.
Kids are too honest sometimes, though.
Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
Hi, Gingy. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit more. We had a video reply on TikTok. I'll put the video in for this.
Last year, Comic-Con. The sole reason I went is because I heard that James Masters was going to be there. And meeting him would enable me to fulfill a promise that I made myself when I was a teenager. Because I've been keeping diaries since I was 9 years old, and I found one of my diary entries from early 2000s where I specifically put that if I ever got to meet James Masters, I would get him to sign that diary. I thought even if I do nothing else, have no interactions with anyone else, and I just see him and I leave, it makes it all worthwhile, right? I end up sitting in the queue for about an hour and a half because I can see how quick queues are forming for like other individuals that are there. So I just get my ticket and I just think, right, I'm just going to sit, because the whole point is, you know, to get him to sign my diary and have a chat with him, you know, tick box off of my off of my list of things. I'm like, yes, this is what I want to do. I've only waited 20 odd years, but it's fine. It's all good. All is fine. And in the mix of like all of this interaction, someone randomly dares me to change my voice when I interact with James Masters. And to in fact just like really weird whatever you want, just completely just change. Let it be an act. Let it be an act for the actor. And stupidly I agree. I think, physically speaking, he had like come in and out before. There had been times when I was interacting with a staff member, he was about a metre away from me. So I figured, you know what? He would have seen how I interact with everyone else. He would have heard the way that I talk, seen how I am. He must know it's an act, right? And then if not, this person can just explain to them afterwards that it was a dare and all is good, right? Well, I have an interaction with him. He doesn't say anything at all about, like, why are you acting like this? Why are you behaving like this? Like, nothing. Just has a normal interaction with me. He was lovely, warm, respectful, kind. Great. Love the fact that I brought the diary, weirdly. But yeah, all is good. I find out a bit later that this individual did not ever mention that it was a dare. So either he thinks I'm a right weirdo, or he doesn't remember me at all, and I'm hoping it's the latter.
Yeah, because you gave into peer pressure. Athena, man, what are you doing?
Oh, I'll give you a couple more. Bournemouth Metal on TikTok. I served Patrick Stewart in a bookstore once.
Oh,
me? Oh, you sound just like Patrick Stewart.
no.
Oh, do I? Yeah, it must be really useful booking tables at restaurants. Yeah, I suppose it does. Have a great day. Enjoy your books. You too. And walks out chuckling. My colleague falls on the floor in hysterics. That was Patrick Stewart. In my defence, he had a massive beard because he was playing King Lear in a local theatre.
Oh, dude, of all the people. Of all the people. That's heartbreaking.
You must have felt like a right prat.
I remember Kevin Owens telling that story at a gas station once as well.
Oh, someone talking to him saying,
Someone's
like
feeling, he's like, oh my God, you look like Kevin Owens. And he's there going, yeah, tell me, I get it all the time. And it is fucking Kevin Owens. And Sami Zayn's in the car.
I wonder how many famous people get that in a day. You just don't expect to bump into them.
Tony Hawk's had it, hasn't he? Tony Hawk's had it quite a lot as well. Like,
Oh.
insane.
Graham Arnold. My life is basically a series of awkward, embarrassing moments separated by what TV show I'm watching at the time. But if I had to pick one right now, I'd say it was last week and I went to the GP. They asked me to strip to the waist and I'd done the wrong end of my body.
Oh, no. No. What was he having checked out? His ear?
Doesn't that? Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, God. How embarrassing.
Okay, let's check your teeth. Pull your pants down and stop looking at your ass.
All connected, don't you know?
Yeah. Oh, Graham,
can you
mate.
imagine? Last but not least, this really fucking made me laugh. Kirsty Darby.
Oh, this is amazing.
Reporting my car as stolen, but I'd actually just driven to the local shop, forgotten, and walked home.
Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
That is grade A dumbassery in its finest.
It's
Fucking
brilliant.
Beautiful.
Oh, Kirsty.
Could you imagine when she realises and has to phone back? Go, yeah, I didn't actually get it robbed. I drove and forgot. Fucking brilliant.
Well, thank you to absolutely everyone who participated in Jamie's Challenge this week. Absolutely brilliant once again. So thank you so much to everyone that dropped in answers and participated, shall we say. But if you enjoyed Jamie's participation challenge, Tom Fitzgerald, Callum Streetchings there. Yeah, they're not quite there yet. And the interview, they enjoyed the other however many editions we're at now. I can't even fucking remember the number. Of the Chronicles of Podcast, wherever you get your podcasts from, with Spotify, Google, Apple, etc., Heart FM, wherever it may be. The main two places we need you to come is all over social media at TCO Pod, whether it be Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Threads, whatever social media, we are there at TCO Pod. And then subscribe to us on the YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Hit the subscribe button, hit that bell to get notified when new videos are released, and comment to your heart's content. That's all social media at TCO Pod, and subscribe on the YouTube at the Chronicles of Podcast. Sorry, Jamie, I didn't quite catch that.
I just want to say a massive thank you to a few of our friends, if that's all right.
Of course.
First up, I want to say a massive thank you to Mr. Singer-songwriter Matt Roberts. Every single piece of music you heard on today's show was brought to you by that wonderfully talented man himself. Go check him out, all social medias at Matt Roberts Music. Give him a follow on Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you get your tunes from, because they are superb. And speaking of talented musicians, SayWeCanFly.shop is no longer a thing, but that doesn't mean you can't support our wonderful friend Braden Barry. Check out all of his music at Say We Can Fly. Go check out his wonderful merch store, Anxious Ghost. And of course, make sure you are listening to Amber Forest Podcast on YouTube, wherever you get his podcast from, because it is bloody marvellous. And last but not least, a massive thank you to the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. They are stamping out prejudice, hatred, and intolerance everywhere, and I mean everywhere. We are approaching festival season. I believe we are 1 or 2 weeks away from download.
We're already in festival season, mate. Slam was this week and gone.
Yeah, know what I mean.
We're already here.
I believe downloads next week or the week after.
It's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks' time. If you are going to download, make sure you are paying attention and pop into that tent and buying yourself a piece of merchandise and saying hello to the guys. It is so bloody important this time of the year to the foundation to make sure you are popping there and paying them a visit and helping them raise much money as physically possible. And of course, if you're not familiar with Sophie's story, head on over to sophielancasterfoundation.com. Familiarize yourself with that story, share it out in the world, and help us help them. And last but not least, a massive thank you to my beautiful co-host, Mike.
Thank you very much. The reason why I know that is because 2 weeks tonight is my birthday. So
of course it is. Of course it is.
It is. June 12th is 2 weeks today. When I was at work and I was like, so you've got to be ready on June 12th. Yeah, love it. Absolutely love it. Fucking hell. Mike, thank you so much. The guests are completely gone on my head then. It's because thinking about next week's. Mike, thank you so much, my friend. We wish you all the best on the Cinder. We can't wait to see you here in the UK in July. We hope things are all good and all well with your newborn as well. We look forward to catching up. Hope you all enjoyed the On the Cinder interview, and hopefully you enjoyed their wonderful music as well. Make sure you catch them out on tour in July. Jamie, another wonderful addition in the bag.
Another wonderful addition indeed, my friend.
Lovely. As for this week, we will see you all next week for the Chronicles of Archers.
Goodbye, everybody.
Ta-ta! Bye!